Hey, don't about time, okay? This is gonna be on the fly like crazy. On the fly right now. Oh man, where's everybody at? You think they would remember? I guess if I don't push it in the group 20 times a week, I guess everybody just forgets elsewhere. We get the little kickstand up, paying off and all. Come on, where everybody at? Why everybody procrastinating to get in here? They should know the time by now. You'd think they know the time by now. Same time, same place, and still people don't come and if you don't remind them. Kathy, what'd you do? Just reduce your name or something like that? Your Saturday note date? It's a nice way to put it. You know, you think after all the stuff that's happening, that's going on about the guy wanting to do a partnership starting off last week, you would think more people would put forth the effort to show up, but I don't know. It's just crazy. You know, it's like, what else do you got to do to get people to show up and all? It's like if you don't promote it during the week, it's amazing, you know. It's like I promoted like during the week like 10 times or something like that. And then we'd get people, and then I didn't do it this time, and then people didn't show up. I was so busy with everything else that's going on. You would think these people would make forth the effort. God, this bright light is like so... Never got the 1 hour heads up. Like, no, maybe I didn't. I didn't get to even make one. That's the whole thing. I mean, I just figured they would, you know, they would remember, you know, hey, it's, you know, what time it is every week. I mean, I didn't get a chance to make one last week. You know, we was flipping around from the live stream on Instagram. We was flipping around to the live stream, you know, on Google Hangouts. So, trying to even remember that. And then with everything going on this week, it's like been so crazy. I mean, I can't believe how many different companies have like contacted me, or potential companies, I should say. When you have like a company that's in the community of Bazaar, you know, telling me, hey, you know, email them or something like that, it's just like beyond crazy. You know, like it just blows my mind that a company was like sitting there being persistent and saying, hey, you know, email marketing. Normally it's me begging and asking, how can I get in contact with marketing? And then have they have a higher up or something like that tell me, hey, please go contact marketing. It's like, it's just crazy. It's like really just crazy. You know, that was just the tops of it. You know, then I had another guy. He wants me to showcase some sort of mobile video game app he's coming out with soon. I don't know when that's gonna be. And then so he had that, and then another guy has a whole bunch of ventures and stuff like that. It's gotta push him my way. What you mean? What you mean push him your way? Push who your way? Who would you like me to push your way, Kathy? I'm scared to know. review. Yeah, I know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's crazy. You know, like how many companies contacted me this week is like mind-boggling. Like, you know, like it started off on, what was that, Sunday? That the guy that put the post up, the video up. So excited about the guy doing a partnership. So it started off with that, you know, and then the company dissolved 2 days ago after I put out the little Star Wars video. So then that got that. And then another guy has he has like 3 different ventures. He has like God, what does he have? He has aloe vera water, aloe vera, some kind of capsule, health capsule. He's got that. And I forgot, he's got 2 other kind of products he wants to push out on the market. Then there was another company that contacted me about this one must be a startup company. So this company contacted me about something about through your signature they can make a creative background or something like that. So yeah, so you write down your signature and then like through that they're able to make this cool background or something. So he's kind of contacted me with that. And because these are like mostly like Twitter and Instagram like promotions and all. And then what else? Another guy. Oh, I need that aloe vera water. I went in on that. Comes up. Yeah, the guy with the aloe vera water. He sounds really he's actually working with another client or something like that. You know, I mean, I told him, you know, about the whole group and stuff. Like, it seems like finally, you know, like, I mean, I don't need the little nub, the little push from the people in the group for the Instagram, because most of them don't want to get active over there. So, but the Instagram is getting really active. But you know, they trying to find a market, you know, for most of these companies, trying to find a market to sit there and promote their products and whatnot. And you can only do so much, like when you're on Instagram or Twitter, you know, unless you message somebody through direct message and hopefully they respond back. So, you know, that's when I tell these people about the fact of the group, because, you know, like with the whole group, we're so tightly knit, you know, like it doesn't have to be like the only communication we could do is through personal message, you know, like direct message, you know. So that's when the group comes in handy. It's like finally these companies are realizing that, you know, about the group or what we can do with the group, you know, as to where other companies would not want to give us a shot because the group wasn't on a fan page, you know, like the one I got the fan page, like 140, 150 people on there and all. So, you know, a lot more people are realizing that Instagram and Twitter they're more active than ever now. But because of that, you're getting a lot less amount of likes, shares, and whatnot on there, you know, compared to, I don't know, I think they said like a year ago. So with all that taken in consideration, they're realizing that, hey, you know, with a group compared to a fan page, which I always said, you know, is a lot easier to communicate to these people. You know, I don't know why it is, but it's just like it's so much easier to communicate on a group, whether it's private or public. It's a lot easier to communicate on a group than it would be to a fan page, you know. And then on the Instagram or Twitter, you know, you really gotta watch what you say, because as we know, what happened this past week with the show that was canceled on TV, you know, you just can't freely say what you want to say on a social media outlet like that. So, you know, because of that, people, hey Valerie, so people are realizing, well, these people are realizing, I should say people are realizing, but these people are realizing that the group is so tight knit that it's so easy. Because they will, you know, when they come up with a promotion for most of the Instagram things, they ask like, how long you gonna do it for? Like, how long you gonna run it for? You know, like how many shout outs you gonna do? You know, like, which is the post and all. It's like, you know, you start to scratch and you think like, well, how many can I do? And then you're thinking about other trendy topics that you want to post, that you want to do. So, you know, trying to keep that in. But when you have a group, you know, like the Facebook group, you can like schedule these posts and everything. So, you know, I can say like, hey, I could post for you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the group, compared to like I might only post one day out the week in Instagram, because, you know, I got to remember to put you in rotation as compared to in the group where I can schedule a rotation and all. So, you know, finally companies are taking notice, companies, startup companies, entrepreneurs. I don't know what you want to call these people, but finally they're taking notice, of it. I was shocked. I was shocked beyond belief. Y'all seen the post that I posted. I was shocked beyond belief that not only did a company give a shout out to us, but instead of using my my alias, whatever you want to call it, they literally put TRYIT2 in the shout out. So literally, we got our point across to a company. That's what we are, because I told y'all from the get go, I really didn't want to put Jeremy TRYIT2 as the Twitter and the Instagram. I wanted to just have it as TRYIT2, but of course, my luck, TRYIT2 was taken. So for the most part, I'm really excited that in the shout out that they was able to put on there the whole TRYIT2. So now, more and more people know exactly what we're talking about. Look, exactly what we are, So that was fantastic. That was really, really exciting. Exactly, Eric. Exactly. Like I'm saying, like I am like really, I'm speechless. But the thing is, and we only have like under 10 people, so it's not gonna really mean so much right now. But it's the what I was about to say. I literally just lost my train of thought because somebody decided to message. But the fact of the matter is that that they was able to recognize the whole TRYIT2 and all. So that was really a step up and all. But the good thing is that the Instagram is taking off, even though we can't seem to get more and more people from the Facebook group to come to the other social medias, and then they're gonna be the same ones that want these opportunities, and it's really nerve-wracking, to be honest with you, because we struggle, we strive, we're trying to push them to come over to these other ones, and it's just like they don't do it, and then when they see everybody else benefiting, then they want a piece of it, and we tried to push, and they didn't want to go, and now when people see the opportunities coming, then they're gonna want to go. So it's really crazy, how little amount of effort that we gotta ask people to do, and they still don't want to do it or still can do it. Valerie, by the way, what's up with the Mr. Beans video? You, Susan, God, who else is it? I think you and Susan are the only ones. Was that for the cooking one, Candy? Yeah, but Valerie, you, Susan, and I think Jay submitted hers. So you and Susan are the only two left that need to submit y'all beating this dog corner up. Yeah, I think y'all the only two. Everybody's taking so long that they literally had another product testing. They had another product testing. We couldn't even participate in it because we didn't get this one in. So we got to get this in a lot faster. But we missed this new one that came up, or it's coming up, whatever you want to call it. Kathy, I know. Why you think I kept posting statuses that they need to submit their videos? I mean, it's bad enough we don't have a majority of the group participating in the stuff we do, but the ones that are active and participate, they gotta have these deadlines. Like I think we're going on like what 3-4 weeks now that we've been having the lights. The company. I mean, the companies want to. Everyone's coming. You know, Candy, the crazy part about that thing, I think you're talking about the cooking one, is that like 50 people said they wanted to do it. And then when I got the okay for people to start submitting the videos, there only like 3 people submitted video. It's not even still going on. The guy still got to get the company to pick it up. The guy and the girl run a company, and they run it through the app that I was telling y'all to like the videos on. And they got to get the okay for that. So I asked everybody, all 50 plus people that said they wanted to participate, to submit their video or submit a video about cooking. I think like only 3 or 4 people did it. You know, that's the worst possible. I don't know what's it gonna take. You know, because it's bad enough we can't get enough people being active, but then when we do get the people to be active, they don't follow through with it. You know, we had the electronics testing, product testing, direct shipping, whatever you want to call it. We had like 400 people. We needed 500. We had 400 people that said, hey, they wanted to participate. Then I put the form out. We had 167 people that signed up. Post was put on the group. It was money making app for sharing. Girl posted it. Oh, you know what? I know what you're talking about. I didn't sign up. I didn't sign up for that. I didn't sign up for that. Did y'all sign up for that? Because I seen her in another group, and I tried to get her attention, and she didn't acknowledge me there. So we accepted the post, hoping that she would follow through. But did anybody follow through with that? Katie, did you sign up for it, and what's going on with it? Because I didn't even get to sign up for it, because I had messaged her from another group that I seen her in. Like people randomly find our group and all, so that she randomly got added in a group, I guess. Nope, I thought it wasn't allowed, those referral things. It wasn't a referral, Candy. It's not a referral. What she was posting, I mean, I don't know if it's legit, but it wasn't a referral. It's not a referral. It's like you got to download the app, and then by you posting, I don't know all the details of it. I got to look at it. It's been like a week, but it wasn't a referral. She wasn't trying to. At least from the link, it was not a referral. I don't know how the program works, but like I said, I tried contacting her because I seen her in 2 other groups posting that, and I guess she must, Susan must have accepted her in on another time or whatnot. So, I don't know. Another time I say referral per se, she got paid off the leads. I read reviews. Well, I didn't even. You probably knew more than I did. I mean, I accepted it. Susan agreed that I accepted it. I guess it must have flew over our head. We didn't realize it. I don't know if it's still put up, but I mean, because my assumption was that you signed for this program, and then you just you post what they want you to post, and they might pay you. I didn't know it was a referral one, but like I said, I seen her in like 2 other groups trying to get her attention. I messaged her, but she didn't message back. So I accepted it. Hopefully one of y'all, she would message back, and let y'all participate in the program, but I didn't sign up for it when she did, when we accepted in the group. Well, I mean, if it's an app that you paid to share content, then I mean, just don't use her link and just sign up through the app anyway. If you can still make money through sharing content. Like I said, I was trying to message her, trying to get answers, but she didn't acknowledge me on 2 other websites or Facebook groups, so I didn't participate this time. I accepted it on y'all behalf. Hopefully, she will acknowledge one of y'all. Nah, you wouldn't get in trouble. You should know by that. You're in good shape. You're not gonna get no trouble. But yeah, that's why I changed the name of the group to the influencer thing, because that's the thing that's gonna drive some companies, some startups, to come our way. There's a few of them. The one they had the video game when I participated in, I tried to get like 2 other people in there, but like that's what it goes back to. You know, we have 25,000 plus people, and I just don't know what more to do to get these people's attention. You know, it seems like they get really excited when we have direct shippers because everybody will comment and sign up for it. But yet, in reality, we don't know when we get any products. We don't know who they come from. So it blows my mind that the direct shipper links get the most attention. You know, I mean, the reason people joined my group, I was assuming, was for opportunities. And I mean, we post opportunities, and it just seems like lesser and lesser is participating. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you can have so many people in a group and just not want to participate. And then on the question and answer post, people are constantly asking, you know, like, how you do this, how you do that, you know. And if you were more active, you probably wouldn't even be asking that. So, you know, I try my best to. I PM her and she sent me a message for info, and she wanted info, name, address, phone number, Facebook profile. Did you give her that? Because like I said, I tried messaging her twice. I don't know if y'all remember that one that had the skincare cream for people with tattoos. We accepted that one, but the person never acknowledged anybody. So, you know, I don't think link, just your name on it. Yeah, we tried to, you know, to accept the other guy that was trying to do that skin cream stuff. We thought it sounded legit, but you know, I think he deleted his post or something like that. Trust me, if we accepted it, it's more than likely we done back checked that that's legit. Now, as far as, you know, the whole setup of how you get paid, that's a whole different story, you know. So, I mean, trust me, we're not just accepting like just random stuff. So trust me, if it goes through, you know, it's gonna be legit. Now, when it's actually kick into effect, that's a whole different question. You know, and that's right. Why I was saying that's why I put the word influencer in our group now, and I'm honestly thinking to take out the word product reviewer out of our group, because we're still getting a lot of Chinese wholesalers. Yeah, I'm thinking about just putting the word influencers for the latest technology, gadgets, and toys, because, you know, I'm trying my hardest to get these wholesalers to stay away, and they just keep, y'all don't see half the stuff that gets posted because, you know, Susan catches it, and every once in a millennium I'll get a notification, I'll catch it, but we're still getting a lot of wholesalers wanting to post their stuff, and we still have a few people that don't look like wholesalers, then turn out to be wholesalers. Then we accept them in the group, and they start posting like crazy on that stuff. So, you know, we're trying our hardest to stay away from the whole Amazon platform, because, like I said, that's not the route we want to go. If we go that route, we're never gonna get to where we want to get to. So, you know, I don't understand how we're still getting wholesalers. I've tried everything in my power. I changed it, you know. I changed it from product testers to product reviewers, because they call the people that review the things on Amazon product testers. Picking up a pizza. Oh, uh-oh. I didn't know Mellow Mushroom was nationwide. But yeah, so, you know, I mean, that's why I changed product testers to product reviewers. But it seems like we're still attracting the Amazon people. You know, it's crazy. I don't know what else we got to change the name to keep the, I want more people that are starter programs to come instead of the Amazon people, you know, and it just, we keep getting these Amazon people. Like if you put in the word influencer in the Facebook search box, most influencer groups have like 15,000 if you're lucky. We have 25,000. So I mean, like, I can't believe more people are not coming towards us. Like, the first thing that comes out to me when I go onto a YouTube channel or see a YouTube video is I click on the YouTube video that has the most amount of views on it. You know, if you see a group like ours that has, you know, 25,000 plus, and you still don't click on it, you know, I don't know, something's wrong. So we got to figure that out. Because, you know, matter of fact, I'm about to change it right now while I'm thinking about it. Screenshot and say, I'm about to change the group right now to just take out the product view and just put influencers, because I'm just so tired of seeing these wholesalers that keep showing up. You know, it's like, that's not what we want. I mean, and then their profiles make it so obvious that they are. You know, they don't have no real pictures and stuff. It's just crazy. It's really just crazy. I just took out the product reviewers from our group name. That way, hopefully we'll keep the the wholesalers away. What was good news? That's a rumor, Valerie. They got 3 different rumors going on right now. They got one rumor that Netflix is picking. They got 3 rumors going around. Disregard that whole Fox thing, because that whole story, you could tell almost was made up the tone of voice. They got a rumor that Roseanne's getting picked up by Fox. They got a rumor that Roseanne's getting picked up by Netflix. And then they got another rumor that ABC might be doing a spinoff on Darlene for being the main character. So all 3 of those stories have been floating around. Yeah, trust me. All 3 of them stories, go Google it. You'll see it. They got one story that says that Roseanne's getting picked up by Netflix. They got another one saying that she's getting picked up by Fox. And they got another one that's saying they're going to have a spinoff for Darlene. And then there's another story that it was somebody was just trying to start it, but there's no confirmation that they want to do a spinoff for Jackie. So the original thing was, right after Roseanne was axed, somebody had made a poster for Jackie and tried to maybe like start a petition. But ABC came out and said on like Friday or Thursday, no, early Friday morning, that their plans are going ahead to try and do a Darlene spinoff. Then there's 2 different news stories saying that one, Roseanne's picked up by Netflix, and the other one that Roseanne's picked up by Fox. So, you know, yeah, you know, it's really hard. Let me see if I can find the news story right quick. See, look, this one says here, let's see, according to TMZ reports, sources familiar with the situation told the outlet that widely beloved sitcom Parents Network is apparently exploring the possibility of rebranding the show and focusing on the character Darlene instead of Roseanne. A similar report by Entertainment Weekly also reported some sort of Roseanne reboot might be happening at ABC, though it doesn't mention Sarah Gilbert's beloved veteran character. As the revamped family sitcom's more seasoned fans know already. Let's see. So, you see they got that, and then let me find the other one. Okay, so I was trying to find that one, and then I actually found another one that's gonna put everything. It says putting a hoax to all the rumors about Roseanne. Purveyors of fake news and satire jumped into action after ABC's sudden cancellation of Roseanne. In the hours and days following ABC announcement, fake news website Daily World Update falsely reported that Netflix had commissioned a 2nd season of Roseanne in record time. In the article, Daily World Update falsely named Chief Executive Officer of Netflix as Art Taboles and hyperlinked under that name to the Facebook page of Busta Troll, one of the many monikers and pseudonyms used by fake news producer Christopher Blair, who runs a network of sites that include Daily World Update. The CEO of Netflix is actually Reed Hastings. Archibald, an anagram of Busta Troll, is a prank name that Blair uses repeatedly in his articles. Daily World Updates subsequently reported that Netflix had withdrawn its interest in Roseanne after a phone call from Barack Obama fabrication. The site then claimed again falsely NBC had picked up the show. That article contained a fabricated quote from the CEO of NBC, whom Daily World Update named as, you guessed it, Archibald. On May 30th, World Update completed a clean sweep of the major networks with false and contradictory articles claiming that both Fox and CBS had commissioned a second season of the Roseanne reboot. Both articles came with fabricated quotations from the CEO of Fox and the programming director of CBS, naming both men as Archibald. Details like these didn't stop people from falling for the story and others like it. Just hours after ABC announced it was ditching Roseanne, the Women for Trump Movement 2 Facebook page also claimed that Fox had picked up the sitcom in a post that was shared thousands of times in less than one day. Although the post cited reports, Fox has not announced that they are poised to commission a new season of Roseanne, and no reputable news source has reported to that effect. However, fans of the show have been reportedly lobbying the network to do just that. Early in 2018, Fox announced they had picked up The Last Man Standing, which stars conservative comedian Tim Allen, after ABC canceled it. However, Allen was not embroiled in a racism scandal as Barr is now. ABC's entertainment president Channing Dungey cited business and scheduling as the reasons for the original decision to drop the sitcom. In announcing that Fox would be providing a new Home for Allen sitcom, Fox Television Group CEO Gary Newman expressed doubt that the comedian's personal conservative policies played a role in ABC's decision, and in an interview with the Washington Post speculated that the Revival Network might have talked about, so, you know, that put an end to that thing. Like I said, that article right there said that NBC would be picking them up. So NBC, Netflix, and Fox are going on with the rumors. But I mean, I can't remember exactly what two sites, but like the Darlene spinoff almost sounds like 100% like it's happening. So, you know, don't fall for the other stations picking up. It's more likely going to be a spinoff. I never watched Lucifer before. Is it in like its second season or something, Eric? I heard of it, but I never. The only reason why I even heard of Lucifer is because that Fuji app or whatever was giving away free hot wings on the premiere night of it or whatever. I never tuned into it though. Has it been canceled too? Sounds like everything's getting canceled these days. I'm amazed how many different rumors they got going on about the Roseanne. It's like crazy. It's like, just let it be. Oh, jeez, there goes the light. Yeah, they canceled it. Yeah, they always I mean, they got so many shows that canceled. It's like the Scream. You remember Scream Queens? They had the Scream Queens. The first season was taped and recorded in New Orleans, so they had the preview screening. They had the preview screening over there and over by me and all, and it was looking like a promising show and all. And I think it made it to the second season. And I think they started recording in like Los Angeles or something like that. And then it got canceled. But yeah, it's just crazy how many shows get canceled and stuff, and for whatever reason. Like that whole Tim Allen thing, you know, like their show for saying it was conservative, and then Fox saying it's not because he's a conservative. You know, it's just crazy who the it was a good show. Yeah, they got. I mean, but you just gotta think they got so many shows that that tend to be good. You know, I just seen that they have that what's his face is coming back to TV. Which Kelsey Grammer is about to come back to TV with another show. It's like when does that guy ever sleep? You know, one show ends, another one comes back. But yeah, I mean, one show comes, the other one ends. I'm amazed, and I mean, as much as I love the show, I'm amazed that The Simpsons has stayed on for almost 30 years. You know, because I did the research and I looked at the numbers, and the numbers aren't really too big that you would think that they would stay on. So I'm really shocked at how long The Simpsons got to stay on for. As much as I love the show, it's just that their numbers, because Fox doesn't really average too many, other than football. Fox doesn't really average too many too many high numbers and all. But I mean, you know, it's just the thing that football sells. You know. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. You know, football is, you know, like every game in football compared to like basketball and baseball counts, and that's why I think they get so many get such high numbers. You know, if they play more games, you know, they would pretty much risk themselves getting hurt more, but you know, not every game would count. I mean, like literally, almost every game in football counts compared to like basketball. You know, like you could have. You know, it's like how often do you see like a 7-9 team in NFL go into the playoffs? You know, so that's why football is like, that's why it gets such high numbers, because it only happens a short amount of time compared to baseball and basketball. Like me, I've never been a big fan of basketball, but when I do watch it, it's just like when I was watching it back in the day, it was just like the playoffs. That take a knee thing is going to be crazy this year. You know, I would love to see how these fines pan out and all. I can almost guarantee you they're going to have some teams that's going to challenge that stuff, and like they're going to let the penalty fly and all, and then they're going to challenge that at the end of the game and all. It's crazy. But I understand, you know, like why they're doing it. You know, like if you want to make take a stance, you want to get attention, you know, like they keep saying, do it on your own time. You know, it's like, irregardless what me, you, or anybody else believes in, you got people that's making millions and they trying to stand up, or should I say kneel down for something. You know, it just blows my mind. They want to kneel, you know, you want to kneel. Why don't you kneel and give like some of your millions and stuff like that and donate a lot higher than you normally do? You know, you want to stand up for something. How about stand up for you want to kneel for something. How about kneel for poverty or something like that? It's crazy that they all, you know, they get all this money, this top of the line money that me, you, and other people will never see, you know, and then they want to make a big commotion about it on TV that doesn't need to be made. It just blew. You know, if they were getting underpaid, if it was like teachers, I can understand. You know, like if it was teachers, you know, because I mean, teachers are like the most underrated job in the world. You know, if it was teachers taking a stand like that, I would say, you know, more power to them. I mean, they're the people that give us our future and all, and they get paid next to nothing. They got to hold on to their job, and hopefully their job pays them enough money to get the bills. But, you know, these are people that making hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, it's like, what do you get? What are you really standing up for? What are you really kneeling for? You know, so I really, you know, me personally, I mean, you don't believe in certain things in society, go to like policy meeting or whatever, public meetings and all, you know, and then donate some money to the community over there and then make it happen. You know, like every person that kneeled this year in the NFL, not one person that I've seen or heard came on TV, told anybody, what are you kneeling for? You know, everybody's like, oh, it's not about the people that serve our country. What's going on with the... what's going on with the cameras is that we, you know, like I said, they contacted me twice for me to email them because I totally forgot the first time, you know, and so I'm waiting. Like I said, I got off the phone with them. They actually called me. I was shocked because they wanted all my information, and I got one of those things saved in my emails where I could just copy it with all my URL links and all. So I have my phone number in there, and so they called me, you know, and then I told them, you know, because they were asking me like, what was this whole TRYIT2 thing, you know, because like I told everybody in the group, you know, go comment on this post right after they did the shout out whatnot. So I guess word got back to these other people, these other higher ups, the other marketing people, and you know, they was like asking what this whole TRYIT2 thing is, you know. So yeah, you know, well, you know, it has a bizarre voice community. It's just a matter of when it's gonna be open again. But you know, that this goes back to what I constantly keep telling people in the group, and they don't listen. Is that focus studies, just like product testing, these companies spend thousands of dollars trying to find the perfect candidate. They spend thousands of dollars to try and get people that's not all close in the close vicinity. They don't want like, if they need 100 people, they don't want all 100 people to come from New York. You know, so they spend thousands of dollars for marketing, you know, advertising, trying to get the word out, the name out. You know, they don't, you know, most, I don't want to put words in other people's mouth, but I'm assuming like, you see like a lot of YouTubers, they like kind of feel like they're out for themselves, because they don't, you know, take their clique with them. You know, like when they say they have a clique, you know, and they have a club, clique, squad, whatever you want to call it, pretty much all that is that somebody sign up to that newsletter, and then they'll leave some information about what's going on with them and all, you know, and that's about like all as far as it gets, you know. And it's like the most powerful thing you have is your voice. Well, the only time you're really using your voice is when you're commenting on like a live stream like this, you know, and then the public can see it. That's about as far as it goes. So when they asked about what this whole TRYIT2 was, or this TRYIT2 group and all, and what was the meaning behind it and whatnot, you know, it was like, it was just like, you know, I told them about what exactly it was and what actually we do, you know, and they were very enticed. And I told them, I said, we're all spread out, you know, all across the world, United States, you know, we're all not, you know, we're all not, you know, sectioned off into one spot and all. Because, you know, they want people in all different states, like I said. So when I told them that, I said, I can't really pinpoint specifically what state each person's in. I can only tell you what majority of people in. Like we did something about that where Springfield, Illinois, I think has the most members with like 425 or 475 or something like that. So I told them, I said, you know, we got all these people, but you know, the deciding factor is that the Instagram is taking off, but you know, these people, they want the Twitter, they want the YouTube, and now since the Instagram is taking off, now the next step is to try and get the Twitter is active. Twitter is just slumping so bad. I mean, like, you know, I'm averaging like 20 to 50 likes per post on Instagram now, but Twitter, I'm lucky if I get 10. You know, it's just Twitter. I don't know what to do with Twitter no more. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I look on the trending topics and I comment on those. I make a status on those, but you know, I can barely get no likes. I don't know what to do with Twitter anymore. Twitter is just like drooping by the minute. You know, it's just like, what is going on with Twitter? And I mean, on other people that's in the same niche market, you know, I look at their posts and they don't really have too much either. I mean, unless you're like a big company like CNN or something like that, or like Fox, and you post something, it's like people are getting like 100 to 300, you know, likes on a post, which is crazy if you see the number that they'll get on like Instagram or YouTube or something like that. Like, I don't know what's going on with Twitter. Twitter is like bombing. I don't know what you gotta do to get these people. Like, to me, like we've talked about before, Twitter is a lot easier to click on a link than it is on Instagram, because the link's unclickable unless they're in your bio. You would think that would have more people interacting on Twitter, but people don't want to interact on Twitter. I don't know what's going on with it. You know, it's getting to the point. I mean, I told this to Susan, like, we need another moderator or something, because, you know, you know, the other admin that left, her specialty was marketing, and you know, she got all ticked off when I asked for donations and all, and you know, I don't know about her. I don't know about her background. I can only go off of what she said, but you know, she said she was a marketing expert for a decent amount of years and all, and you know, well, I mean, Katie, I've been going to these groups on Facebook and these people that claim that they're those kind of people and all, and it's just like, they tell me it's all about the tag. It's all about the tag. You know, they say on Instagram it's all about the picture, compared to on Twitter it's all about the tag. And I mean, that's why I'm posting like 10 to 15 tags per post, per tweet on Twitter. I just don't know what's going on with Twitter. And I mean, I'm going to the trending topics, you know. It's like, you know, so if I don't have a good thing that I could post about, that's why they got the trending thing. I go to the trending thing, and that's like, you know, I don't know. The only thing I'm seeing that people are doing that I don't do with the trending topics is that when they do a trending topic, that's the only hashtag they put in the whole post. So, you know, I mean, I thought about trying that out, but I just assumed with like 15 hashtags would work a lot better than one hashtag. So, you know, that's the only thing different I'm doing compared to the few that I've seen that got a lot of likes and comments. But at the same time, you see them people that got the likes and comments, I don't know their back history, you know. So, I mean, they could be at this for like 10 years and only have like 4,000 followers, but they're loyal to them, you know. They're loyal to, I mean, because I've seen people on Instagram that they had like 150,000 followers and they're only following like 150 people, you know. So if you build your clientele correctly in the beginning, you don't have to sit there and worry about, you know, who's gonna like what, they're gonna like whatever. I mean, I put, you see the post I put on Instagram. I mean, I gotta go through edits and I gotta take one picture, cut that up, throw another picture on there. Sometimes take a picture of me, throw it in there, then make all the content, you know, intellectual. And then I'm only averaging still 20 to 50 likes. I've seen girls that live locally that they just show a little bit of cleavage and it's like they get like 500 likes. Like, there's one girl, she's not even trying to be like Instagram famous. She's not trying to, like, you know, sell any products. She's just taking normal pictures of herself or whatever in her everyday life. The girl's got 14,500 followers on her Instagram, and she averages like 1,000 likes. And she's not promoting any product. She's not sitting there, you know. She might show a little cleavage and everything like that, but she's not going like out of her way, you know. It's just her basic everyday life, and she wants to document it. Yeah, that's the problem, Eric. I just don't know what more we could possibly do to get the word out. You know, like, I've probably had 5 to 7 companies approach me this week, and I've documented what, 3 of them, right? Because I documented on Sunday with the guy with the tech shop with the drones and the headphones, stuff like that. I documented about the whole EasyViz, and then I don't think I really talked about, now I'm talking about the guy with the pills. So it's like, I don't know, and then we offer free stuff, you know, and it's like, and I've been told by numerous amount of people, you know, the proper route to go is not to offer all these free stuff and then expect people to still, you know, support you and follow back once the contests are not running. So, I mean, as much as I would like to give away free stuff, I don't want to sit here and have a whole bunch of people flying in to participate. Then right after the contest is over, it's like, where's the next freebie going to come from? So it's like, I don't know what else I could possibly do to get these people interested. I mean, since day one, we've been preaching all it takes is a few minutes, less than 5 minutes, to comment and like on a few posts on Instagram, you know, and then that goes a long way, and people still seem to slack. I just don't, it blows my mind if you think about it, that the most posts in the group that we get the most interaction with is the direct shippers, which most people complain that they don't know when they're going to get the product or they wonder why they haven't got selected when they signed up 3-4 months ago. But that gets the most interaction. Like, if you think about it, you literally sign up for something that you're not promised. You're not promised it. You know, there's nobody in this group, me or anybody else, is not promised to any direct shipper that comes through. But if you would sit there and comment on the Instagram, you know, consistently and get the interaction level up, like I said, once I get past the 1% interaction level, that's when I can start approaching a lot more companies. Because most of the companies, you know, all three of the social medias, the Twitter, the Instagram, the YouTube, and a Facebook fan page, not a group page, all those combine to give you a specific kind of interaction percentage and all, you know. And like I said, Twitter is dead. YouTube, I really gotta start putting some review videos up on there. And, you know, the interaction level will get to 1%. But, you know, I can't sit there and get to 1% by just offering all these freebies in the group. And then, you know, people interact then. And then, you know, they're never seen or heard from again. You know, like 2 contests that we put on that I remember the person's name. I haven't seen that person comment I haven't seen those 2 people comment in our group in months. You see the UPS truck and you freak out? You know, it's one thing, Kathy, that 90% that's what the people want, but it's a whole other thing when you're not even asking people to buy into something. You're just asking them to be the word active. Like, I mean, common sense is going to tell you no company is going to invest in me or anybody else in the group if we're not active. They don't want people that they only going to see, you know, comment for a week straight because there's some kind of good deal going on, some kind of freebie, some kind of good deal, some kind of, you know, testing. And then, you know, they're not going to comment again. They're going to wait for like a month. They don't want to see that. You know, like me, I was trying to establish the group, you know, much less trying to establish the Twitter and Instagram. Thankfully, the Instagram is pretty much somewhat taken off, you know, but that's really, you know, the fact of the matter is that they want to see active. If I would have been putting as much time into my YouTube videos as I was putting into the group, we probably would be in a different state of mind. But at the same time, those people that are in the group that never even paid attention to the YouTube channel, they would not even be able to be in this whole conversation. Like, there's no way in the world I'm going to sit there and be able to get 25,000 members into a product test. But the company can see people like y'all on the YouTube live stream. Can see people like y'all comment on the Instagram, comment on the Twitter. That's what they can see. Until I have 100,000 followers, whether on Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, that's how it's going to be. I can't call the shots, but I could propose opportunities. And if you're commenting and you're active on those opportunities, don't think for 1 second that you're getting left behind, because I guarantee you, when this camera company comes to call them like they did, they say, hey, we need a few good, reliable people. We just need them to speak their mind, and we need them to meet our deadlines. They're going to see, they could check out the YouTube video because I sent them all my URLs. They can see this right here, and guess what? They're going to see Kathy. They're going to see Eric. They're going to see Candy. So when they say, hey, we need 4 or 5 people, and if I even think about it and try and post that into the group, you know, if I post that in the group, you're going to have like 100 people comment that pick me. But guess what? I'm going to say, hey, there's a security camera company, needs 5 people, needs the 5 most active people in that group. Guess what? It's not going to be up to me to look at the top 20 and see who's active in the group. It's not. It's going to be up to who's commenting on the Twitter, who's commenting on the Instagram, who's tuning in for the YouTube. That's what it's going to come down to. Until I become viral, I guess is what you classify it. Until I become viral, it's out of my control to handpick certain people. You know what I'm saying? It's just like with the Beam This Dog Con Up contest we had. You know, we had our favorites, but we thought we could pick our favorites, you know, and we held the contest and we had our favorites and we submitted that to the company. Company didn't care. Companies decided, hey, we're going to pick our own, you know. We're going to pick who we like in the video, you know what I'm saying? We don't have leverage in the game until we have more people following the trends that we're trying to do. So, you know, I don't know what these people's intentions are in the group that don't even want to take a few minutes out of their day to comment and like on the Instagram. But I mean, it's just it's the way of life. It's a fact of matter that you know, like that it's gonna come down to. They're gonna want these opportunities, and it's like we tried to offer you these opportunities. We tried to give you these opportunities. You know what I'm saying? You did not take these opportunities. We cannot sit there and, you know, call the shots until we have enough people following. And the worst part is that if it keeps up like this, it's going to take forever and a day to get the right people to follow it. I just honestly wish that I would have put in as much time into YouTube as I did to the Facebook group. It's just that I thought if we had a good enough following on the Facebook group, this would speak boundaries to companies. But like I learned the hard way, companies want people 25,000 people on a Facebook fan page, not a Facebook group, especially not a Facebook group that's private. So, you know, that's why I keep preaching to people, and I don't know what more else to preach to them and tell them. But, you know, every interaction that goes on inside of the Facebook group is useless. It's really useless. I mean, like I said, all we really have to go on with the group is just to say, hey, we got 25,000 members. That's all we really have to say. You know, we don't have a foot in the game with that. We should, you know, because 25,000 is a lot. But in the eyes of these companies, I don't know if they don't like it because it's not a public group, or I don't know if they don't like it because it's not a fan page, but they just don't like the private group. They want the fan. If the fan page had 25,000 members, we would be at a whole different level. And the worst part is that it's just so many outlets out there to like follow and comment. Like, you know, like I got all these set up, but look, I don't even have a Pinterest. I don't have a Snapchat. I don't have a Google Plus. I don't have a blog. People keep telling me, like, you want to get the fast opportunities, you got to make a blog. And my thing is like, how can you people have the time to follow all this? You know, I mean, it's like you got to comment on the Twitter, comment on the Instagram, comment on the Facebook group page, fan page. You know, it's really, I really, in a sense, want to shut down the group just to get people to move to the platforms that we need them to. But like Kathy just said, you know, people just want this, want that. You know, I think in reality, all it's going to do is just hurt me in the long run, because it's going to lose all these potential people that would follow, would come across and all, you know. So that's why I can't really shut the group down, which, you know, because I would like to sit there and tell them, because, I mean, we got 25,000 people sitting there, that if those 25,000 people would break up and half would be active on Instagram, half would be active on Twitter, you know what kind of state of mind we'd be in right now? It's just crazy. It's literally just crazy, the state of mind we would be in. But yeah, it's literally crazy, you know, because we got 25,000 people that I would love to just get active, and I don't know what else to get. And like I said, I can't sit there and just start throwing all these freebies, these giveaways out and stuff, because like I said, that's just gonna gain a lot of people that we don't need, because once the giveaway's over with, they're gonna eject. You know, and it's like, as you can see, it's been a drought with the focus studies and the product testing. So it's like, you know, you give these people all these opportunities to make some money and get some products and stuff, and you would think that would promote them to, you know, become more active on the platforms that you need them to be. But like, if we had as many people active if we had as many people active in the Facebook group, on Instagram, or in that Facebook fan page, you know, like, it would be so easy to do what we want to do right now, but it's not. And I think, to me, I keep telling Susan, I honestly think the biggest flaw we did was that we made the group at, you know, and we thought about, you know, maybe making one of those posts where they say, like, they do the cleanup, and if you're not active, comment and everything like that, you know, so we know you're active. But I mean, the whole thing with that is that, like, people will comment on that, but then you won't hear from them again. So then that's another wasted post again to begin with. So we was thinking about doing that route, but that's just not gonna cut it right there. I mean, that's like I said, somebody could just comment on there, and then we won't hear from them again until next month. You know, the little things that we need it's just getting harder to get. You know, I wish we could get everybody that could be that way, Eric. What you mean, what's going on, Cat? I don't know what happened just now, but anyhow, yeah, I wish more people were more excited. I mean, I don't know, you know, like I said, I really wish we had some. I mean, I'm talking to all these. I go into all these groups and I ask all these people, you know, how to get people more interactive, and people just come up with all these answers. I wish I just had a specialist that was in marketing that just, you know, would be able to figure this stuff out. You know, it's just like, other than giving away giveaways, you know, giving away expensive stuff that'll put me in debt pretty much if I keep it up. You know, that my game plan was to give away like one Amazon Prime membership every month on the YouTube or something like that. But the only rate that was gonna happen is if more people would become active. But you know, it just seems like look, last week we couldn't get past. I mean, this week is kind of my fault for that advertising stuff because I had so much other stuff going on. Last week, because of Memorial Day, we only had like 10 people tuning in. We only have 6 people now. Well, I mean, Candy, we had like we had the St. Patrick's Day one. I mean, there was just so many different. There was so many different. We had the $100 gift card one. We had the St. Patrick's Day one. We had that one that lasted. We had that one giveaway lasted 3 hours. We got 3,000 people added to the group in 3 hours of that one giveaway. I mean, we can't even do really any giveaways because of the lack of participation. You know, I just don't know what we're gonna do anymore. I really don't know what to do anymore because it's just mind-boggling. She still hasn't sent it yet. You see, and there's the other stuff that's going on. You know, like I can't believe she hasn't sent the Fire Stick yet. It's like, why can't stuff just go right? Why just because there's gotta be everything gotta go wrong? Like I don't know too many people that run pretty much a one-man show, you know, run a Facebook group the way I have, you know, and did one person pretty much. You know, we got Susan in the background too, but it's only 2 people. I mean, you go to like most of the other groups, you got like a whole bunch of people contributing. You got other people that's freaking geared toward, that's running their their blog site or their website and stuff like that. Like, and then to try and live a normal life too. It's just like crazy. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's like I'm trying to, you know, trying my hardest to get everything to go correctly, and I can't believe like you just told me. Like you just told me, Candy, about the whole Fire Stick. I can't believe she hasn't sent that yet. I mean, I wish I could wave a magic wand and get her to send it. I don't know why. Like I said, I asked her about it before, and all she would say is that she had like 4 or 5 kids, and she's got a lot of stuff going on. So I really wish I could figure it out, Katie. I really wish I could. I honestly think so, you know. As much as I hate to give somebody credit, but you know, our former admin that did all the stuff she did, she said she must have spent over like $150 in shipping. And I mean, I almost believe her because of the fact of, you know, she was sending out gift cards, and it takes like $3, you know, to send out like each gift card, you know, would be like 50 cents add up, and then bigger products. She was making baskets and stuff like that. The worst part about it, Candy, is that the whole moral of her doing what she did for the Fire Stick was to promote her business, her website. I guess she had 2, you know, and she was supposed to have like her name for the business slapped on the Fire Stick. I don't, you know, I really appreciate that she came to me to give it away. You know, don't get me wrong, but I did not think that it was going to take her this long. I mean, you know, we had got her like close to 100 people signed up or liked, whatever you want to call it, to her group, her giveaway, whatever you want, company, whatever you want to call it. I just didn't, you know. She even said she even told me how much it was going to cost to do it, you know. And I asked her if I could give her the money and she could give it back to me later, and she said no, she's got it. So I don't know what's taking her so long with this. I mean, it kind of makes some people even question, like, does it even exist, you know? I mean, she's been very loyal to the group, so I hate to say that, but I mean, if you take almost a month to send the product, you know, I mean, I really don't want to talk bad about her. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's been loyal to the group, you know, she's constantly trying to comment and get the post up, but I mean, you take 4 weeks. I mean, the other crazy part was that from the get-go, when she even approached me about this, she told me she had, like, you know, like a few of them in stock. It wasn't like this was going to be the only one she had either. So it wasn't like she had to get it and then, like, mod it, unlock it, whatever you want to call it, You know, according to her, she had a few. I don't know how many a few means, but she had a few of them in stock. You know, so it's crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to try and talk to her this week. If not, I'm gonna try. I guess I'm gonna have to just order one on eBay because I don't know why it's taking this long. Everybody else that's given that from Deborah to Laura to y'all, you know, everybody else that's offered to get the giveaways, you know, has came through with it. I don't know why it's taking her so long. I don't know. It's just crazy. You know, I've barely been able to, I mean, obviously this past week I've been very busy with other stuff, you know, but the other week prior to, you know, I communicated with her and she said, you know, she had a lot of things going on. She'd get back to me, yada, 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 you know. So that's why, you know, I left that alone. But, you know, I don't know. It's 4 weeks is just, it's going to about to be 4 weeks and stuff. Yeah, it's messed up. But like I said, she's been loyal to the group, you know. So, I mean, it's hard for me to knock her or talk bad. But, I mean, you know, when you're coming up on 4 weeks, you know, that you're supposed to mail something out, it's just like, I mean, it doesn't, you know, that the reason why the admin that left, you know, the reason the other admin, well, not the reason why, but the other admin that left, you know, she would always post pictures of the receipt when she would sit there and mail the products off from the post office, you know. So, you know, that there was a reason that she did that, you know, so everybody would believe her, everybody would know, you know. So, I mean, this doesn't make you. Yeah, I mean, you see, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why she would post the receipts so people would know. You know, it's like I'm sitting here trying to get more people that are active, and we have somebody that's taking almost 4 weeks to send out a product. You know, I mean, it doesn't look too good on my end. Oh, Katie, I was talking about the admin. I wasn't talking. I didn't know you posted a picture that you went to the post office to. If you did, I must never seen it. I was talking about the former admin that posted a picture of the receipt. I didn't know you did it too. But if you did it too, then good job on your part. Because I didn't know you did it. So let's talk about some positive stuff instead of all this. You know, someone was checking. Well, yeah, I mean, you said, but I was talking about in the group. You know, I didn't know in the group. Let's talk about some more popular stuff here. You know, so first and foremost, Kathy, since you got a Note 8, it's been verified that the Note 9 is going to be dropping in the first week of August 9th, if I'm not mistaken. So it looks like you may have to finally upgrade, Kathy. But it looks like a lot of the features on the the Note 9 is going to be pretty much the same as Note 8. You might want even Candy. It's more than 800. The S9 itself was 800. The S9 Plus was like 875, 900. I don't know how much it's gonna retail for. I haven't got that far, but you know it's gonna pretty much have the same stuff that Note 8 has, except it's supposed to have 3. They're not gonna come out with on this one. They're not gonna come out with the folder one like I was talking about. They're gonna save that for like at least the talk is they're gonna save that for the Galaxy 10. You know, like what I was telling you about the phone screens turning, bending, and whatever, where the Samsung's gonna bend to make smaller screens, and the iPhones are going to expand to make bigger screens. So they're going to hold that off until the X and all. So that, oh, look who's here, Michaela's here. So they're going to hold off on that. So they're going to include the Bixby 2.0, which is crazy. It's really crazy that they're going to include the Bixby 2.0, because if you know anybody that has a Samsung 8, S8, S8 Plus, or a Note 9, you could probably ask Kathy, nobody likes Bixby. So, it's funny that they're going to do that. It's really funny they're going to do that. Yeah, everybody, they got an option on the phone where you can turn it off if you don't hit, because people hate how you hit the key and then the screen would flash with the Bixby. So I turned mine off long ago, I barely use Google Assistant, I used the Amazon Echo for a decent amount of time, but then it was like, I could do this thing on my own type of stuff. Yeah, they holding off the phone that's supposed to bend for the S10 or the SX, whatever they're going to call it. You don't know how to turn off Bixby? Candy? All you got to do to turn off Bixby is just swipe your finger. You swipe your finger across. I can't even get the dang thing to come on there. Let me see. Okay, so you swipe your finger across. Look, I'm trying to get this thing. You got to swipe your finger across and you bring up the Bixby screen right here. Then you got, all at the top, you got the settings button, the little screw thing at the top over here. You click on that. It says Bixby key. And it has a green, it should be like a green thing if it's on. But you see like that, you see right there, it's not green, so it's off. So you just slide that to the off. And then you click to the right side where the three little dots are, and it says settings. And then when you click on the settings, you just gotta you gotta remember where is that. Then they got a Bixby voice that says right there, and if it's on, see where it says Bixby voice? If it's on, it's gonna be green too, and you just slide that to the right. Well, you tap on it, it's gonna slide to the right. But yeah, it's crazy they're coming up with Bixby 2.0, because everybody that I've known, that I've seen trying, I guess not enough people are using the Google Assistant, and Samsung probably thought they were, so they came out with this Bixby. The other cool thing is that I never even really digested into it. I think it was overlooked too. It might be on yours too, Kathy, with the Note 8. But if you take a USB cable, plug it into your S8, S8 Plus, and I'm pretty sure it's on a Note 8 too, and then plug it into a computer, or I'm sorry, not a computer, a TV. You literally like have a computer layout or something like that. I'm not 100% sure how it works, because I never actually used it. I think that was another thing that was overlooked. It's kind of crazy and all, but that was another thing that was overlooked. So, it's funny. It's funny. Nobody really messed. It was really talked about when it first came out, but it wasn't. It's just not now. It's funny. Let's see if I can find a pricing on how much the S8, the Note 9, sorry, will go for. I tell you what though, the S9, the S9 Plus, they start off a lot cheaper on Amazon than the S8 and S8 Plus did. Because I remember when I was trying to get an S8 or S8 Plus, I couldn't get an S8 for starting out. It was like the S8 was $900 and the S8 Plus was $1,000. And like the S9s were going for like $700. They had someone on Amazon for $700 and like $800 for the S9 Pluses. Laura just said, sorry she's not in the stream. She got a sick little boy. Oh, they're gonna call. They got the iPhone. The iPhone is supposed to be released around the same time too, and they're gonna call it the X2. So it says that the Galaxy Note 8 released for $929 when it came out, the Note 8 at launch, and we can't see Samsung lowering the price for the Note 9, especially now Apple has pushed smartphone prices even higher with its iPhone X. So $929 what they're projecting the price to be when they release the Note 9. If that actually lives up to it, who knows? I just know that they really need, as many phones as they sell these days, they really need to go down these prices. I don't, to me, about 4 or 5 years ago, you had so many different companies on the market, so many different brands. And it's just like, it seems to me like you got Samsung and iPhone know their phones are going to sell. They know it. It's not like the other competition. It's not like what's the number that the Google Pixel is going to sell. What's the number that the LG V30, V20, whatever it's called, is going to sell. Samsung and iPhone know their phones are going to sell. Irregardless what they do to the phone, they know it's going to sell. So I don't understand, being for that, why they don't lower the prices. It's crazy they don't lower the prices. Knowing that your product is going to sell. Knowing it's going to be like one of the best sellers, I should say. So to me personally, I think that they should lower the price. I don't know how much. I would say, it shouldn't be over like a 700, especially for the fact that, with the deductible you got to pay when your phone breaks and all this and that stuff. So, Samsung and iPhone, their stock is just like skyrocketing. That like anything they put out, is going to sell the most compared to any other company. So knowing that would project me to try and lower the price and all. Especially with the way that jobs are being talked about these days and how much they're lacking, people lacking the jobs and whatnot. Let's see what other hot topics is going on today or going on in the whole tech industry world. They're supposed to be coming out. Oh, look who's here. Pumpkin Man decided to well, it was supposed to be delayed before. It was supposed to be delayed, but they wanted to. It was delayed for the other report, but the reason why they're trying to push it up sooner, because they're pushing it up almost 2 months sooner. That they said, I'm sorry, is it 2 weeks or something? Because they said that the Note 8 came out in like September 9th or something like that. But they're talking about that they're trying to compete with the X2 from iPhone. So that's why they're pushing up the release date for the Note 8. So that's. I don't know when the iPhones. The iPhone. The release date's got to be coming soon. But when they talk about that, we already in the 6th month. So very little amount of time left. So I can understand why they want to compete with them at this specific time and all. It makes a lot of sense. Because the iPhone's coming up soon. So it makes sense to push it up. I mean, I just don't know when the iPhone is going to be getting released, but I mean, the iPhone's got to be coming out soon. So, and they're probably going to put out 2 different versions of it, like they did. I mean, they put out 3 last year. Well, they put the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and the X out. So, I'm wondering. That's one thing I haven't heard too much talk about. Is just like what all they're gonna how many different versions of the iPhone they're gonna put out this year. But I could honestly see them competing with the iPhone and wanting to hurry up and get it out there in the market. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, see, so if Apple says it's going to be in September, the Note 8 came out like September 9th last year, September 9th, September 8th last year. So what Samsung is doing is they're trying to make sure that theirs is on the market already, because that way it'll steer enough attention away from the iPhone, because they don't want to release it right at the same time the iPhone's going to do it. Because, I mean, like, the iPhone, Apple and Samsung are the 2 top of the line, but, like, there's so many different Androids on the market as to where there's only one iPhone. So, it's more or less, irregardless, all the products that Samsung has is going to sell. Samsung's always got to play catch up to Apple. As much as I love Samsung, it's just a matter of Samsung's got to play catch up to Apple, because there's only one kind of iPhone. There's not like a variety of companies putting out this iPhone stuff. I wonder if there ever will be one, but there's not a variety of companies putting out iPhone. There's only one company putting out this iPhone. So like Samsung's got enough competition with the whole LG, HTC, Google Pixel, and all these other companies. Do they have Nokia ones or something like that, and some other Nokia stuff? And I think BlackBerry's trying to come out with another phone. So Samsung's got like 10 competitors that it's got to beat out, and then it's got to take on Apple too. So that's why Samsung more than likely wants to get ahead of the pack and have theirs on the market right before Apple drops theirs, because it would make no sense to them to drop it at the same time that Apple drops theirs, because then all the attention would be like, should I go to the Apple? Should I go to Samsung? But if you already got the product on the market and you got people's word of mouth spreading, 2 weeks, 3 weeks in advance before this Apple product comes out, then, then Samsung's just going to sit there and just smile, like, well, look, we got all these people talking good about this brand new one. Because even though that that Samsung and Apple are the trendsetters are breaking ground, like their products will always sell. There's always still that niche that thinks that, hey, it could be a failure, it could be a flop. I mean, just look what happened to the Note 7, with the whole battery thing. As skilled as technology at Samsung is, they still had this flop going with the with the Note 7. Yeah, I read a story about that Samsung's got to pay like $617 million, but Apple's got to pay something like $1 billion to some other company. So it's I don't think that even plays a part into it. I think they got more than enough money to substantiate with that. The fact of the matter is, the thing is that what you call it, that when they came out with, I don't remember if it's the 8 or the 8 Plus, there was a story about 6 features that Samsung had years prior to that iPhone have just included with the S8 and the S8 Plus. So, they each got to pay something because they each copy something else. But, there was a story that said, hey, that iPhone copied like 6 features on their iPhone 8 or the 8 Plus or something like that Samsung already had on the market. So, I don't think that they have. I don't think that plays a part right now, but the whole suing thing. Because I mean, if you think about it, about the copying thing, if they're getting sued and they gotta pay money, well, if you put out a new product, you're going to be making more money. So, you know, you would be able to make some more money. So, I mean, I'm sure they're well aware of what's been copied or how to avoid, you know, copying again. But they want to put another product on the market to, you know, to kind of like neutralize the money they owe. So I don't think that they're going to that's what's slowing it down. You know, like I said, there is no delays. There, if anything, that I mean, 3 news stories I've seen all said point the finger at August 9th. Well, actually, August 9th is going to be when they talked. They have the show, the conference about it. They're talking about they're actually going to drop the phone to August 23rd. So August 23rd is still going to put them a good 3 weeks ahead of like what iPhone's doing. So you know that's pretty much how that's going to go. So you know that's still going to. I mean, I pretty much assume, and I can understand why Samsung wants to do it, because I mean it only makes sense to, you know, have the product on the market so people are talking about the product, then, you know, sit there and challenge Apple with the iPhone. I would want to get as much attention as I possibly can. You know, I wish somebody would turn their car horn off. But what is wrong with these? So, you know, I mean, the quicker you can get word of mouth out there, the better. So, you know, that's why they're going to do that. It's getting so crazy with these phones. You know, for one, they're not lowering the prices. But for 2, they're dropping so many phones in 1 year themselves. You know, like Apple dropped 3 last year, and so did Samsung. It's just like so crazy with all these different phones and stuff out there. What is wrong with these people and their... Okay, everybody went quiet. Good Lord. Okay, everybody went quiet. Why everybody's quiet? Kathy, you're never supposed to be quiet. Everybody's being so quiet. Why is everybody being so quiet? To me personally, Pumpkin Man, I think that's every company that does that stuff. I mean, you know, it's more like, I mean, because you got to think they, like, you know, I mean, some people, you know, will hold off on updating their product. I mean, not updated product. I mean, they're always what you call it? They're always putting out new products, and they need people to buy the new products. And on top of that, which, I mean, I've seen a lot of times, where I've seen mainly with the whole Windows whatever version, you know, that's why they kind of like, I forgot what they did. Windows did something. I forgot what they did, but they made it to where you couldn't, like, anything be past Windows 7 wasn't even applicable and all. I mean, because there's servers and stuff like that that's got to update. When they write this new coding and everything like that, you know, older phones just can't operate off of that. You know, I understand what they're doing with the slowing down. It makes sense and all, but I mean, there comes a time like when you only have a fast enough processor. You just listening. Come on, Candy. You gotta comment back. Y'all gotta keep it active. I can't sit here talk to myself all the time. But I think really what's going on with the slowing it down is that you only have a fast enough processor on a specific type of phones, much less memory, much less the operating system itself. You know, they keep updating these operating systems, and these phones, these older phones, are not going to be able to handle these updates. And the people with older phones are going to say, hey, I want this update, I want this update. But, you know, that's why people update their laptops with a faster processor, with a faster, you know, this, faster that, you know, because it can only handle so much. And people are holding on to these phones, you know, and don't get me wrong. I mean, like, you could use, like, that Note. Y'all remember the Nokia phones? The battery life on that was extraordinary. But, I mean, you know, there comes a time and a place with, if the company wants to move in the right direction, move forward, they got to disband of them older phones. I mean, they got so many phones in the market these days that it's like, why are you even holding on to these phones? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm defending a company that I've never bought a phone for because I really like the Samsung, but these companies are phones. Well, if you dropped it within the first week or whatever, you have a manufacturer's warranty for the whole year. So they easily replaced it without a deductible, right, Candy? And Candy, we're in the tech gadget field. You should never say you don't know a thing about these phones. None of us know these phones until we talk about them and we sit there and we get more informed about them. They're making me use the insurance after paying deductible. How much is the deductible? It's probably like $200, huh? Holy moly, $175. You see, that's the crazy part about, you know, why I like doing my research and why I like, you know, I do what I do to get it. And I switched to prepaid, you know, like I was with Sprint from 2006 to 2013. And then all of a sudden I just said, like, I've had enough. I'm done with it, you know, and I switched to prepaid, you know, and I mean, I'm so thankful I switched to prepaid. I mean, because look, I bought the first S8 I bought was, you know, it was like $468, but through Amazon with taxes and everything like that, it came out to be like $535. So I was like, I love the color of it. It was silver. Love the color of it. Don't get me wrong. Love the color of it. You know, it was silver. Then I found another phone, and the other phone was, I don't remember how much it retailed for, but I know when it was all said and done, it came out to be like $460. So I was like, hey, I'll stick to the, no, $460. So I'll stick to that one. Then, I mean, I kept doing my research, and I know I've told y'all before, I got the S8 Plus right here, you know, and this right here costed me only $400. You know, that's what I'm saying. You're paying $175 for the, that's why I don't even do a contract. It's not worth it. I paid $400 for this. I got, my previous phone was the LG Stylo. I bought that for $99 like a week before Black Friday. Then on Black Friday, I decided to go down to $59. So they, instead of actually refunding me back $40, Amazon made me send that phone back and get the whole other one. So I paid $60 in the LG Stylo. Before the LG Stylo, I had the Note 4. 4 months after the Note 4 came out, I bought the Note 4 for $250. Before the Note 4, I had the Galaxy S5. 3 months after the S5 came out, I bought that for $250. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't do contracts. You know, I don't. You go on Amazon, and I mean, I would say you go on eBay too, but eBay got too many third-party sellers that just starting out and just trying to get rid of their product. But you know, if you if you do your research, you'll find you just gotta be persistent. Like you really just gotta be persistent when you're looking for it. Like I wanted to get a Nintendo Switch for the longest of time, and it retailed for $299. With tax, it was like $315. And I kept doing my research. And then I ended up getting one for like $50 less and all, So that's what I'm saying. You just gotta keep doing. You gotta keep looking. You just gotta, I was downloading apps that gave me alert push notifications on Amazon if a product went below a price that I was willing to pay. And I had like 2 of those apps on my phone. So, that's, like if you really want something like that, you just gotta keep looking for it, because like I said, I wanted the Nintendo Switch from the day it was released, and it was like, gosh, I kept saying, I don't think I could afford it, and then, I came across this, and it was just like, shh. But yeah, I mean, you just gotta keep kind of looking and everything like that. But don't get me wrong now, because like the market has really changed. Because like I tried to put a Nintendo Switch for sale for the same one I bought it for, and I mean, like I've had people offer me $180, $160. I'm like, oh, you must be thinking this is for a Nintendo DS or 3DS or something like that. Some phone company business. Which you mean some phone company business, Candy? I don't know what you mean by phone company business. What do you mean by phone company business? Well, I mean, like I said, I was doing this live stream on the fly, and I gotta talk about. We're supposed to be in the tech and the gadgets. I mean, I could talk about drones, if you want to talk about drones. I'm always talking about cell phones. Shoot, I try and make every post almost on Twitter. You should know, but all my posts on Instagram and Twitter. It's mainly about cell phones, whether it's Samsung or something like that. I'm the whole tech and gadget, try to be the whole tech and gadget influencer. If I don't talk about cell phones, I'm not a tech influencer. It's bad enough. I put out like three posts about food this past week. I don't want to give people the wrong impression that I'm a foodie. I mean, the real game plan is just trying to figure out how we can. Yeah, I mean, I don't know really too much about drones. I mean, there's only so much you can talk about, like the steering of it and what they call the GPS on it that keeps it leveled and all. I got that drone and I played with it for like a week and a half and then realized, hey, I can't fly a drone. And then with the bad weather over here, it even makes it even worse. No, I'm not trying to get it so we can get the testing on it. I'm just saying, like, when you go into the social media, if you ever want to get the opportunities, whatever they may be, you got to pick a niche. That's why you see the banner on the group and the banner on the YouTube with all these technology devices. I can't sit there and have an hour-long conversation about foods and expect like Samsung or Apple or any tech company, like the guy on Sunday when I put the video out about his company or whatever that he wants me to do some posting on the drones and the headphones and stuff like that. You know, I'm not going to be able to get those opportunities if I'm talking about food, if I talk about, I don't know what lifestyle is. If I talk about travel, I know they got travel influencers and all, but I'm not really sure what lifestyle. I mean, to me, lifestyle just means like, it's like pretty much just like the way you live, you know. It's like your whole life is your lifestyle, like everything you do. Just talk about what I'm talking about. I mean, like, the only way we could ever even pick up a live stream is if we get more interaction, and having somebody lost is not the way to go. You know, like, I mean, I leave the table open for y'all, you know, like, I'm trying to find topics to talk about, but, you know, like, we can't have opportunities in the tech gadget world if people that are putting forth the effort is totally lost on what we're talking about. That's the first and foremost thing, Candy. I hate to zero you out, but I mean, we can't sit there and have opportunities, and then the people don't, and then the companies come to us and they don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, y'all don't even know what we're talking about. I mean, look. I mean, I hate to put Kathy on the spot, but Kathy's like twice your age, and she's got a Note 8. So I don't even have a Note 8. I got an S8, then I had an S8 Plus. She knows more about that. She knows more about the Note 8 than I do. You know, and she's like twice our age. I'm not trying to put you in the spot, Kathy, but the reason why she knows that is probably she did her research, looked around, and then, you know, decided, hey, that's the kind of phone for me. You know, that was the whole moral of our group. Candy, where have you been? The whole moral of the group says technology, gadget, and toys. You know, did you not miss that whole portion, Candy, of the group where it says latest in technology, technology, gadgets, and toys? Did you miss that for the past 7 months? That's why the live stream is to deal with that. Like I said, we cannot talk about food for hours and then expect companies that specialize in technology to come our way. We all don't know nothing if we don't. I mean, like, we all have the option of looking at all these websites for free and scrolling through our timelines, and that's why we're able to, you know, like, we keep up to date with it and we find it out through there, and that's how we do it. Yeah, you see, I mean, I really don't know how else to explain to get to know about it other than doing your research. You know, like, I mean, I think based off of the Facebook pages I've liked, that's why those kind of pages showed up. Candy, you're killing me here. You're killing me, Candy. You're killing me. Gosh. If any company sees this portion of the live stream, we are dead. We are dead. I mean, like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We cannot have people sitting there saying that they're not educated on what we're trying to specialize in. Oh, my gosh. Help me now. I know, but I can't have the people that are active not being educated on what we're talking about. You need to do that. Well, that's crazy. I just seen that the Spotify CEO or the head at Spotify has left Spotify to be the head over at YouTube, because YouTube just came out with this. Well, actually, they didn't come out with it. They changed their YouTube music to like some kind of like YouTube Premium. So I think it's only a matter of time before like I don't say YouTube. It's like Google. You got Google and Facebook Google, Facebook, and Amazon gonna take over the world. Give it about 10 years. Google, Facebook, and Amazon is gonna take over the world. Well, there's not really much to talk about the music and all, other than the fact that YouTube started this new thing called YouTube Premium, and then that they're really trying to boost up the talk about it, like we're talking about it now, you know. And they just got the Spotify head CEO to come join their mission. So it's going to be crazy what they do with that, you know. But like I said, give it time. Amazon, Facebook, and Google. I have a feeling, even though like Netflix, I just have a feeling that Netflix is going to be bought out by one of them. Because as you know, Facebook is trying to develop Facebook Watch, which is trying to compete with Amazon and Amazon Prime Video and Netflix. I honestly think, since Amazon has so many different other outlets, and the Amazon Prime Video is not you know, as popular as, like, say, Netflix is, I would not doubt if like Facebook buys like Prime Video from Amazon or something like that, so Amazon can focus on other stuff. Netflix, you know, Netflix is like competing with Disney. That's how big they're getting now. Like, that's why I posted that story about that they're competing with Disney now, which is really crazy. I'm surprised Disney's not coming out with all these different outlets that these other... I know Disney's coming out with their own streaming app in 2019. I don't know if they has a name for it. But it's just like, you know, Disney would have... Like, Disney has enough money to do like what Amazon's doing. I don't know why they're not doing it. Like, they have enough funds to come up with these crazy off-the-wall type of stuff. Disney is rocking, but what I'm saying is that Disney has the funds to do like what Amazon is doing. I don't know why Disney bought out what they did. They bought out Marvel, right? So if Disney bought out Marvel, and we know how Marvel how popular that was or somewhat is, they had enough money to buy out Marvel. I don't know why they don't capitalize on what Amazon's doing and do that. You know, Walmart is the crazy part, because Walmart is trying their hardest to compete with Amazon. Everything Walmart's doing, they're like, Walmart's panicking, and they're like, they see what Amazon's doing, and they're just like, you know, like that's why they did the 2-day, what's it called, Fast Express or whatever, and originally it was like $50, and now it's like free. And then y'all see I posted about the text to shopping thing. And they was gonna try and make it. They wanted to make the text to shopping where you would just text it and then you would pick it up curbside like you did. But then they came up with this crazy idea where they said, "Hey, you pay $50 a month. You text what you need to shop for, and then you can actually pick the destination where you want the products to be sent to or dropped off at." So, you know, Walmart is, to me personally, I don't think Walmart should be panicking as much. I mean, because Amazon bought out Whole Foods, but Amazon is not trying to... They're trying to make these stores, but they're not moving as fast as could possibly be. So when they start expanding into these Whole Foods, then that's when Walmart really needs to start panicking. So, you know, I guess Walmart assumes it's going to be within like the next 2 years or so. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be... I mean, you know, like... You know, Amazon has the funds. They bought out Whole Foods. You go to a Whole Foods, and I think you got Kohl's too. You can go drop off your products at Whole Foods or Kohl's to return back to Amazon, which is crazy. Yeah, you talking about with that count and stuff. I mean, if you talking about with that counts, I mean, you can't really knock them for that, because they run a business where they want people to give their honest opinion for other people to buy these products off this market, you know. And it's probably happened with all the fake reviews. The fake reviews is what's contributing to what the next step is that Amazon was doing, where Amazon is trying to ban people's account that returns too many products. So, you know, if you keep giving fake reviews, you know, that's in turn is going to result in more people returning the products. You know, so I think that's why that they put a ban to that, because probably the return rate was picking up. And that's why, you know, accounts are getting banned now for the fact of returning too many products. Well, yeah, I did very minimal amount of ones, but that's why, you know, that's why they're doing that, because the return rate more than likely has got picked up, which is what they're talking about now for banning people's account that return too many products. So, you know, I mean, because you got to think, like, the way that Amazon runs their business, nobody else comes close to it. Like, everything on Amazon's marketplace, pretty much, you can return within 30 days. You cannot, you can't say that about every product that's on Walmart. And I know this because I went to Walmart and Target when I was trying to buy an Xbox One, I think it was, for my nephew, an Xbox One. My Xbox 360, wanted to. And I was just kind of questioning if he would like it a lot and how long it would take him to like it. I went to Target and I went to Walmart, and majority of the products at Walmart and Target, they only give you a 15-day return window. You know, like Walmart always said the 30-day window thing. The 30-day window is on, you know, clothes and, you know, other stuff like that. But tech-wise, technology-wise, Walmart only gives you a actually, Walmart, Best Buy, and Target all give you a 15-day window on electronics. On specific electronics, because they got some electronics that they won't even let you return. Like, I mean, I can literally remember, like, buying a CD from Walmart and you couldn't return it. You could literally do that on Amazon, and you have 30 days to do that. And Amazon, you know, during the holiday season, if you buy something like in November, they get, the way they line up, they give you like, they give you a long time, man. Like they give you like to like some part in January. Oh, come on, Kathy, don't act like you don't know what a CD is. You know what a CD is, Kathy. Kathy acts like, what's a CD? Come on, Kathy, you're not that ancient. But I mean, yeah, you know, like, just think about it. When you would open a CD at Walmart, you could never return it. There was no way you could return it. You know, and like on Amazon, you could do that. Like Amazon I've heard people do, I don't know how they do it, but digital content, like once you buy digital content, you're normally not supposed to be able to return it or have a way to return it because of the fact of you already have it in your possession. So, you know, but Amazon, some way along the line, does let people that the digital content return it, which is crazy. That just blows my mind. Walmart said if you return 3 times in a year, they'll ban you. I mean, I know people that done with Amazon 10 times in 1 month. Yeah, I've never heard them saying that you can only return 3 times with Amazon in a year. I mean, because the cool thing is with Amazon is that it's paperless. So what you buy is on file. Like me, I had this bad habit of throwing out the receipt right after I walk out of Walmart. I get so ticked off, and sometimes I remember to do it, but most of the time I just throw the receipt away. Like I don't even know why I do that, but like. I was just reading about one of the brick and mortar sites. One of the brick and mortar sites, I don't want to say which one it is because I think it's supposed to be like NDA or something like that. Is that what they're gonna do is, and I'm sure they got others that are doing that are probably something to do with this, but they're gonna email you a receipt along with the paper receipt too. But because I know I've been to Home Depot. I haven't seen Walmart or Kmart or any of the grocery stores do this before, but I've been to Home Depot, and Home Depot I know you can when you check it out, it can it'll ask you if you want to send your receipt to your email or do you want just a paper receipt now and all. I think they might even be able to text it or something like that. But so one of the other ones they're gonna do it where there's not gonna be no paper. It's just going to be sent to your email. There's not even going to be an option to pick if you want paper or digital. It's just going to be sent straight to your email. So, that's right. That's how that's going to go right there. And they're talking about it's going to save 22,000 miles or something like 22,000 something, which is like can be summed up as wrapped around the whole United States if it was to turn all the way out. So it saves 22,000 something. So they're talking about, because they're trying to get rid of the whole paper. Since each receipt, if you use Walmart Pay on your phone. I've never used Walmart Pay before, so I had no idea. Yeah, I mean that's another thing they got going on. They got all these different pay ones. They got the Walmart Pay, they got the Amazon Pay, they got the Samsung Pay, they got the Google Pay, they got the Apple Pay. It's like, jeez, it started off with PayPal, and then all these other companies just said, hey, I wanted a piece of this. Hey, I wanted a piece of this. Hey, I wanted a piece of this. They've been doing third parties for like almost at least a good 2 years. Like I think I mentioned in a post in the group or whatever. I had bought this this tablet from Walmart for like about $50, and I bought this tablet from Walmart because I just wanted. I don't remember why I needed it, but I wanted to get a big tablet, fairly big. So I got like a 9-inch one. It was like a knockoff brand, nothing too serious. And the Walmart, you could go return the product inside of a Walmart store. Plus, if it's through Walmart, you could email Walmart and they would send you a return label. Ship it to them. Well, since this tablet came from a third party person, they weren't going to send. They don't work that way. And it was something like all sales final or something like that. So if I wanted to return this tablet, I was gonna have to pay $25 for shipping. The tablet was only $50. So I would have sent the tablet back and lost $25 because I checked up on how much it would cost to ship. And I talked to Walmart, and Walmart said, "Oh, we can't acknowledge it. We can't acknowledge that." Yeah, and another thing, Kathy, another situation. I don't know how many y'all go shopping over at Target. I don't shop at Target too much, because more or less because they don't have a Target close. They credited me back when the third party seller sent me. So I don't know how often y'all go shop at Target, but I know I don't shop there too much. So last year I bought. What did I buy over there? I bought a doorbell. Yeah, I bought a doorbell. It might have been Ring. I don't know. It cost like $99. So I was thinking I was getting it for a relative, and so then what turned out is that somebody else ended up getting it. I got word that somebody else had already bought them one or whatever. So I went to go try and return it back. I went to go try and return it back to to Target within like 3 hours. I don't know if this is every Target. It might have been just maybe because of where I live at. Because I went to 3 different Targets in the process. So I went to go return it back, and the first Target told me that I gotta wait 24 hours to sit there and return it back. So I gotta wait 24 hours before I can even return this product, is what they told me. Because I tried to return within 3 hours. So I wanted to return it with the one I was at because, like I said, I don't live too close, you know. So I tried to return it, couldn't do it. So then the one that was closer to me that I tried to return to the next day, you know, I could try and return it over there. They told me that I had to return the product to the same location that I bought it from. So then I still couldn't do it. Then I tried to go and return it at another location. And they told me that where they wanted to know which specific store I got it from or how did I get it, something like that, because they didn't have the product in stock or something. When it's not in stock, some kind of code or whatever shows up on their end. So they actually called the home office of Target. I was in the Target return line, whatever you want to call it, for like an hour and a half while they had to communicate back and forth with the home office. And then finally they just like ended up saying they had enough, and they ended up just throwing cash down. They didn't do a transaction. They just ended up taking the product and they gave me the cash because they were just, I guess, so tired with the situation or whatever. So, you know, I mean, I don't normally shop at Target because I buy all those kind of needs over at Walmart. And if Walmart don't have it, I'll get it at Amazon. But, I mean, after that situation, that was like crazy. I was like, I couldn't believe that. They told me I had to wait 24 hours to return it to begin with. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't shop there too much, Kathy, so I don't know really, you know, the situation of it. You know, I don't know if that's everyone, if that happens to everyone, you know, but that happened to me. You know, so you win some, you lose some, but I've never had a company tell me I had to wait 24 hours though. That's what blew my mind more than anything. Among not being able to get the transaction done, they told me I had to wait 24 hours, and I've never had to wait 24 hours for anything. So I was mind-boggled at that. Have y'all, I mean, do y'all shop at Target? Have y'all had any kind of similar situation like this? Like I said, it may just be because of the area I'm in. I don't know. You know, like, if they have bad recommendations, I guess you want to call it, for the area, it might be that way. I don't know. I mean, have y'all returned anything to? I mean, like I said, I don't shop there that much, so I don't really know. You know, if that's how the normal standards are. I worked at Target like 14 years ago, something like back in like 2003. So I mean, even when I was working there, I was only buying like food products and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it was just crazy. You know what I forgot? Yeah, I did have my receipt, because like I was telling you, they first started off asking me, you know, what store I got it from. Then they looked at the receipt and they was able to find out, you know. And then you know, I totally forgot, in between that whole section, because I couldn't get returned at the first place. in between that whole time, I had made a phone call because like I was trying to get down to the reason why I had to wait 24 hours. So I called up, I went to Target.com and I got this phone number on there, and I called the phone number and it was like a recording, and they gave me this other phone number. And then so I was talking to these people, and these people, like after wait, I had to wait on hold for like 25 minutes or so. And then when I talked to these people, they asked me if the product was bought from Target.com, and I told them no. So after getting transferred around, waiting on the phone for 25 minutes, the guy told me, if it's wasn't bought on Target.com, I can't help you. So, you know, that's pretty much how that resulted in. Yeah, so, I mean, like, I don't know. Like I said, I've never bought from Target before, so I don't know. Well, I mean, I bought from Target, but I've never had to return anything from Target, at least to my knowledge. But, you know, it was just crazy that I was told I had to wait 24 hours. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I've never been told that by any store. You know, I've had open food before because it wasn't tasting good. You know, and within hours or when they were returned. I mean, I've never seen a store that made you wait that long. You know, and like I told you, the only reason why I did that was because I went to the movie theater. You know, so I mean that's why like 3 hours down the line I was still over there. Because that Target is like an hour and 15 minutes away. You know, but I like that movie theater, so I went over there. So I told them, that's why I said I wanted to return it, because where I live at, we don't have a Target around here, you know. So I came home because they wanted refunded then. Then when I went back out the next day, I had to go to the other Target because the other Target is like 25 minutes away. So instead of driving an hour and 15, I just drive 25 minutes. So then they started this whole notion about you had to return to the same location you bought it from. So it's like, can I win? You know, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do to win here? You know, so that was that situation. You know, and it's I haven't bought anything to my knowledge since that happened. To be, if I'm correct, I haven't bought anything from Target, I should say. So what does everybody think about these driving cars that will probably see the day of light on 2023? We don't even trust self-driving vehicles right now. So what does everybody think about driving vehicles now? What's everybody take on that? Is everybody excited about that? Does everybody think that more wrecks would happen with this? You know, the only thing I could think of, Candy, is that, you know, when you drive bumper cars, you know, you drive bumper cars and everything like that, I think the only way that flying vehicles could even work is if you put that stuff around there. But, you know, even on top of that, you know, when you're driving, you got to look on all four corners, right? You got to monitor if you're flying a car, you're going to have to look, what kind of device are they going to invent that you could look under your car? Because you could look, I should even say, that's another thing. You're looking all four directions when you're driving a car. You're going to have to add on 2 more directions when you're driving a flying car, because you're going to need some way to look below the car and some way to look above the car. So on top of looking all 4 directions, you're going to have to add on 2 more directions to that. Yeah, you know, I really like to know how they're gonna do this. I mean, you can't build streets in the sky. There's no way. If you build streets in the sky, airplanes would go out of business. Well, but then again, I mean, if you got a flying car, but I wonder if you get if in order to drive a flying car, own a flying car, if you would need a pilot license like you get from like an airplane. Because I mean, I can't see them just having your basic driver's license being able to do that. It's not about the computer, Lisa. By the way, thanks for joining in, Lisa. You know, I mean, because it's not like if it was self-driving, which they talking about by 2028, that's another story right there about hacking into it. I'm talking about is that when you're normally driving, you gotta watch all four corners. When you're gonna be flying driving, you're gonna have to watch the top and the bottom. So that's 2 right there. But not only is that 2, that's 4 because you're going to have the front and the back. So you're going to have to look above and look below in the front and the back of you. So, you know, I mean, I don't think a mirror is going to portray a far enough distance to see that. A camera, like, you know, the back when you're backing up and stuff, you can only have so many screens on the screen itself. I mean, are you really gonna have 6 screens on a camera screen that's really smaller than your average? You know, you're not gonna have like a 10-inch tablet on your car. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how you could even capitalize on that. I mean, you only have 2 sets of eyes. You know, I don't know. I'm saying 6 different directions. It could be 8 because 2 in the front and 2 in the back. I don't know how you could monitor all. I mean, it's hard enough to monitor all 4 directions. I mean, what can they put on a car to make sure that nobody bumps into your car? Wow, this goes in the water and it has all the amenities like a fridge. Cook food comes out. I mean, you know, they talking about time machines and this and that, you know, eventually. So I mean, y'all talking about the food, y'all. I can tell y'all foodies, y'all worried about the whole food. Like forget the whole other stuff. You know, like I'm just talking about. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what y'all think. Like, what can they develop to monitor like all 8 directions of this car? Yeah, you know, Lisa, I can't believe you seen that post I did about they talking about in 2023 they're gonna have the flying taxis, and by 2028 they're gonna be self-driving. You know, I can't believe they talking about within a decade's time. You know, I mean. They're not even like the topic I'm bringing up now is like how can you monitor all those different directions? I don't even. I mean when you're in a car, you know you vehicles can only come from 4 directions. You know when you're in the air. I mean, let's just put for instance, if a plane was flying low. And somebody was driving their drone. That drone could hit 100 different directions on the plane when somebody's driving a drone. Like if we was to have a raffle and we say, where do you think this drone is going to hit on the plane? We could have 100 people in this group, and we could have 100 spots on the plane. And I guarantee you would probably have less than 5 people that would get it right. So, I mean, that just shows you how many different directions a vehicle or an outside object can come in to even talk about the whole flying perspective. That's my biggest fear is like how can you first see all directions, but second, what do you put on a car to prevent that? Because, you know, we could put the rubberized stuff around the car like they do for the bumper cars, but you know you're always going to have these speed demons. You know, it's amazing that you would still have them, but you know you're more likely going to have these speed demons even in the air. Even when you don't have to worry about traffic, you're still going to have these speed demons. So it doesn't matter the protection you put around the car because the impact is going to smash really hard into it. You know, so I don't know. Like, I really don't know how you're going to be able to monitor 8 different directions, if not more. And what kind of safety stuff do you put around the car? Watch the series Rain on Netflix. They have the coolest drone on there with a little 3D map data beams. I bet that is. But you know, that's a whole nother story in itself, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answer for that, and it's just crazy to even think about the answer to that. You know, maybe the smart thing to do would be is that more and more people, because of the hype, would want to be in the flying car. So if you stay down below, maybe the traffic would be heavily reduced. I'm just saying. It's not 100% guaranteed, but you know, it's a nice perspective to think about, don't you think? I mean, the hype would build up a lot of people to go do it. I'm just wondering how much the cars are going to cost too, because I mean, look how much the Teslas are running for. So I mean, if Teslas, I mean, I would assume that these that's another thing you got to think. These flying cars have got to be electric. You know, I mean, they can't run on gas. I mean, you would have gas dripping all people. It's bad enough you walk outside and a bird can fly down, you know, and manure on you and all. So I don't think these cars would run off of gas. So, you know, of course, these cars have got to be electric. I would say that I can't see these cars being no less than under $75,000. Which how much y'all think it could go for? I can't see it going for under 75,000. What y'all think? Okay, don't everybody be silent now. Ouch. See, that's the kind of support we need. Somebody that's in a hospital and still gonna tune into this when you got other people that just don't do it at all. Well, glad you're giving us your support, Michaela. I wish more people said, of course, always, Michaela. Michaela's always giving that extra effort. How high is it over there, Lisa? Yes, that's about how high it is over here too. Don't feel bad. It's like 92 degrees over here. Yeah, it's crazy over here. I wish I lived in Alaska. And I can't wait till winter. It's only a matter of time for winter. I'm so excited for the sun and summer. Tomorrow's it's only, you mean only supposed to be 63 is like really high. Shoot, 63 is more than enough high. Feel my pain, Michaela. 92 degrees right now. I don't mind. It's cooler we have. Yeah, it's just. But who likes winter? Who likes winter? That's the question, though. There we go. That's what I'm. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need winter. We get summer like 6 months out the year, so that's why I said like we'll get winter because we only get like 3 months of it down here and all, you know. So it's like, hey, we'll take the little bit amount of winter that we can get. I always say like when it's cold outside, you can cover that up, but when it's hot, you know, your only option is to duck into the shade. Yeah, the only cool thing is that like we only have 3 months of the summer. I mean, 3 months of the winter. Kathy went incognito on us. Kathy. Oh, don't you start. Kathy's pulling the candy. That's what Kathy's doing. Kathy's pulling the candy. I'm snapping into a Slim Jim. What you mean I'll be colder? Shoot, look, I tell everybody that knows me, look, I go out, I got short sleeves on. This is exactly the kind of shirts I wear during the winter too. Because we barely get any winter. Exactly the kind of shirts I wear. I got like 2 jackets, I never wear them. Look. I got like a 4-pack for like $8 on Amazon or something like that. I don't think I've ever really had insulation, Kathy. I just learned how to deal with the coldness. We live in Louisiana, so you know, hey, we get very limited amounts of coldness. Kathy, don't you live in Oklahoma? Don't you live in Oklahoma, Kathy? I got a friend that's always bragging to me that lives somewhere in Oklahoma. And he gets snow all the time. Well, he brags to me about he gets snow, and I don't know where he stayed. I don't know where he stays at in Oklahoma, but I know it's in Oklahoma though. Yeah, I don't know where he stays at, but you talking about Shreveport, Louisiana? You're not talking about no Shreveport, Louisiana, huh? No, you ain't talking about Shreveport. I've only been to Shreveport. If you're talking about Shreveport, Louisiana, I've only been there like maybe twice. I couldn't even tell you how far away that is from here. Well, I know about Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge, Baton Rouge, it could be like, it's like an hour and a half away or something like that. You've been over to Shreveport, Kathy, or are you just telling me how close you are? So have you been to Shreveport before? Is that what you're telling me? Could you tell me that? I didn't know if you meant you've been here before. A few times. You probably know more about Shreveport than I do, to be honest with you, because I mean, like I said, I've only been there a handful of times. I can tell you more about Baton Rouge than I can never tell you about Shreveport, any other part over here. Yeah, I don't know much about what's there to do. I should be asking you, what's there to do in Shreveport? Let me know what's there to do in Shreveport. Is that Drago's or is it 2J's? It's either 2J's or Drago's. What place you want to eat oysters at? 2J's or Drago's? Bossier City. I haven't really been there much either. Oh, Deborah, where you been hiding at, Deborah? We haven't seen you. Yeah, there's a seafood restaurant called Drago's. That's why I was asking you, Drago's or 2J's. I can't think of no other ones that have oysters. You got a lot of places that got oysters and a lot of places that got crawfish. So, hey, take your pick. Was it hot outside, Deborah? So glad you could join us. Oh, somebody just messaged. Sorry about that phone call. So my car is supposed to be ready now. Thank you, Jesus. Feels like I've been hibernating for the past, as long as it's been, month now. Well, I tell you, you never actually realize how much you miss your vehicle once you don't have one. And they're asking everybody for a ride, and they're like, "Who are you?" Don't pee on yourself now, Kathy. Yeah, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing how many people tell you they're there for you. How many people are there for you or say they're there for you, and then you run into a situation like that, and then it's like they don't even acknowledge you. You know, it's crazy. Blows my mind. That's why I really don't rely on too many people. And that's why, like, when people don't perform in the group, you know, people don't become active and all in the group, you know, and I've learned to deal with it, you know, Twitter and Instagram. You know, I know the ones that are going to comment, like, and share and whatnot. Like, for God's sakes, we have Michaela that's got 3 kids and still can find time to do everything that I've asked for out of her. Everything. She goes above and beyond what I could ask for her. If everybody in the group was like Michaela, I literally would not even be sitting here, even have to talk about the group. I mean, like, it literally, it's just mind blowing. Like, she deserves to get every opportunity that this group ever gets because of the stuff that she does. There's not enough good words I could actually even say to compliment her, I should say. You know, there's not. I mean, there really is not. There's Michaela here, and then there's about 75% of the group right here. You know, 3 kids, and you literally can still do the little teeny bit. And if Michaela would say, "Hey, Michaela, how much time does that take you out your day to do what I asked?" Michaela would say, "Oh, maybe like 20, 25 minutes, and that's about it." And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's why I told Michaela, we need to make sure she starts making some videos on YouTube, because this is her platform. She deserves this opportunity. You know, she deserves it. She does everything I've asked. Everything I've asked. There's not one thing she hasn't done. And the worst part about it that makes me sad is the fact that she's got 3 kids in the process of doing it. You know, she does more with her 3 kids than I do without 3 kids. You know, she wraps circles around people in here. So, you know, to me, she is the role model, the quintessential role model to any person that wants to make an excuse why they can't do the little things that I ask. Deborah, I mean, how you think I feel? Deborah, it does not take, you know, it's one thing when I was talking about the donations, you know, I understand people are in tight situations, you know, but if I could get more donations, I could spend more time on the group, you know, like I got to do things to pay my bills, okay? So I can understand, you know, to the people with the donations, you know, get all hostile. But when people are asking on the questions post, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I preach day and night, be active, be active, be active. You know, it's like if I post a deal in the group, we'll get close to 75 comments on that post. 75. We'll probably on the likes might get over 100, you know, on the right proper one. But if I put that post through Twitter or Instagram, where you could literally just click on it and go, you lucky if we get a third of that. And and I don't understand that, because when I post a deal, you got to click on the link to go to the deal. Which if I put a link to the Twitter or the Instagram posting, it's one extra click. And we get 1/3 the amount. And you wasn't here when we first started the group. But when I first started the group, and I go back to this so much, and this is why I don't do it no more, and I can't do it now because it's going to make my Instagram look like spam, is that in order to try and get people to go over to the Instagram, go over to the Twitter, I would sit there and post the deal in there, and I would sit there and tell them what the deal was without the link, and tell them to go over there and click it. We had so many people that was complaining, the link isn't clickable on Instagram. Can you put it in your bio? Now, if I put as many deals as I post in my Instagram bio, there would be no room whatsoever. But these people would get so furious. And the worst part is that I take this link and I put this link on the Google shortener that literally GOOG.LE/. If you put that into your browser one time, when you type the letter G, unless you're typing another website that begin with G, once you type G, it's going to fill out the rest of that. And then the characters that are after that slash is no more than 5 to 6 characters. And that was the original reason why I started using the shortener. That way you don't have to type 5 or 6 letters, 5 or 6 characters. And people still complain about that. They're like, it's not clickable. It's not clickable. You know, and they were like, and there was some people that were saying like, you can't copy and paste it on your phone. You can only do it on your laptop or maybe a tablet or something like that. So that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped posting the deals on Instagram. And like now, the way as established as the Instagram is, there's no way I could ever post any of those deals. Like somebody had just liked one of the statuses I did about a month ago when I posted those 7 direct shippers, and it was like, oh, I want to participate. And I was like, I literally was about to delete that because we can't have all that nonsense over there on Instagram. It's never going to attract the right stuff. And that's the real reason why you can't put it on Instagram, because anything that has expiration dates on it, whether it's focus studies or product testing or bizarre groups, it's like after you know it expires, the post is pretty much useless, you know. So that's why I can't even post on Instagram no more of the stuff that I was trying to post. So, you know, whoever was following me from when I was begging them to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, that's who it's going to be. You know, that's who the company is going to see who's active. That's who's going to see where the opportunities come. You know, I can't beg these people no more. They don't want to listen. They just want the opportunities to get dropped right in front of them. They won't even, you know, click on a link, a Twitter or Instagram link to even go that route. That's too much for them, you know. It blows my mind too, because if you know, everybody keeps telling me, I've had like 15 people the past 2 weeks, you got to make a website, you got to make a website, you got to make a website. You know, I mean, it's like if I made that website, the link would bring you to the website. Then you would have to click a second time, which would be, in essence, the same thing as if I posted a Twitter or Instagram post, because then you would have to click a second time there to go to the deal. So I don't know how people become so established, I guess you call it, on a website, blog site. But you know, everybody was telling me like that's how you get the pay-per-clicks and stuff like that. I really want to make a website, but it's just so many different outlets to. You know, you can only, like, Twitter and Instagram, well, actually not even Instagram. I mean, not even Twitter. Instagram and YouTube are the forefronts, you know, and everything else is side project. So if I was to do a website, I would have to give up either the group or I'd have to give up Twitter, you know. So I don't know how people rotate all these things unless they hire somebody for them. What chat? Don't you don't think me? Michaela? You the one that puts in the hard work. 3 kids and you put in the hard. 3 kids and you work a full-time job and putting the hard work. Majority of our group consisted of stay-at-home moms. You know, I don't, just like right now, like we got 25,000 members. Facebook says, according to Facebook, we got 10 to 15,000 active members. I don't know where they get the numbers from, but, you know, and then we get this minimal amount to show up. Be right back, got fine snack. Oh, I think you talking. Are you talking about the video, the Vigo video app? That's the one. That's the one with the video games. Yeah, that's one. The guy told me, a guy and girl. I think it's a couple. About creating a 10 to 15 second, or 8 to 15 second cooking video, cooking little clip or whatever. And that's another thing that, you know, of course, Michaela was the first one to do. You know, 50 people said they were interested, and only 3 people even posted the video, and Michaela was the first one. Michaela was the first one to post the Beam This Dog Corn Up contest video. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, why can't everybody just be like her? You need to be a that's what you need to do. You need to make a YouTube channel, Michaela. Say how you can be like me. That's it. That's exactly it. You put how you can be like me. I mean, because like you literally have 3 kids. And you literally go above and beyond anything that I could ask for somebody to do, which is very minimal that I do ask them to do. I don't know, like, I mean, I would like to make a video illustrating like how interaction can achieve these companies and sponsorships and partnerships, but I don't think people would watch. You know, I don't think they would watch. I mean, you know, they don't listen to half the stuff I say in the group anyway, so that's what baffles me. I just don't know where else to go anymore. Like, you know, I'm constantly, like last week, like y'all heard that Susan, I said I was talking about shutting the group down. It's because I don't know which other way to go, you know? I mean, the only thought I had in my head is that you give away gifts to get enough attention and get enough devoted people. And then after that, you know, it should just kick in. But it's not kicking in, you know? It's not kicking in. It's not... We're not getting the participation. We're 7 months down the line. I mean, I don't know what else you can possibly do. I mean, how, like I've said 5 million times before, how many YouTubers do you know that present their members with opportunities to make hundreds, $200, $300? You know, I mean, it's like, it just, I go above and beyond. I mean, like, how many YouTubers give their followers, you know, a opportunity to qualify for something that could get them $100, $200, $300. They give them giveaways, but when they got like a whole bunch load of followers, it's not gonna amount. You know, it's not gonna amount. So, you know, I mean, it's good to have a giveaway, but when you have all these followers, it gets smaller and smaller. I mean, look, the Bazaar in itself, you know, it only selects like 300 people per product testing. So, I mean, and you know how quick that fills up. So, I mean, just imagine if you talk about 10 of thousands, 20 of thousands, 30 of thousands, 40 of thousands, you know, just think about like what that's gonna amount to, you know, like that's not gonna be, you know, that's why I'm never a big fan of contests. I never win them. And then especially with stuff like when it has so much people. I mean, the last 3 YouTube contests I've seen on channels from people was like channels that had like 1 million subscribers. So, I mean, just think about how many 1 million is, and they're only going to pick one person. I mean, that's just, if I can't win something, if I can't get into a community that's only going to take 300 people, then think about how lucky you would have to be to get selected from 1 million. You know, so that's just what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. You know, I spent 6 long months, going on 7, about to be 7 months, posting opportunities to people, posting things that people probably never seen. Like Kathy had mentioned, like she's gotten more stuff from my group in the past 6 months than she's ever gotten in the past 6 years. You know, and that speaks boundaries to me. That speaks, and I'm sure she's not the only one that's experienced that. And I'm sure there's just not enough people speaking up about that. But You know, that's why I keep saying I don't know what else to do anymore. I wish everybody could be like Michaela, but everybody can't, and I don't know how to get everybody on the same page. I mean, because we have at least a good 3 to 5 people per week on that question post. What do we got to do to get started? How do we get, selected? How do we, try it too? And so on like that, and it's like, it's the like, comment, subscribe, and share. Yeah, you see that, and that's the thing. That's the thing right there, Michaela. Like, you started hearing, like, the only way you're going to get more is if you're active. The only way you can make more money in life is if you're active. The only way you could get more physically fit is if you're active. The only way, you're going to get anything out of life is if you're active. I mean, you can't sit and be a couch potato on the sofa and expect, all these opportunities to come your way. And I mean, like, I'm so thankful, so blessed that the Instagram is finally taking off, I mean, but I know what's going to happen. And I mean, I'm not going to shelter y'all one bit from posting on the mail call post or, a separate post in itself on these opportunities you get, on the products you get. When people ask, how did you get that? That's what I really want people to start saying. Like, the people that are very active, that are getting these good opportunities, like, how did you get selected for that? How did you get that? All you got to say is, I was active. I was active. That's the only answer that needs to be given. I was active. That's it. And I mean, if they don't comprehend that, then, they just don't need to be there. That's all it needs to be. Like when I first started getting products from Bizarre Voice, and I didn't have the group, and I was just in other groups, knockoff groups, whatever you want to call them, and they would say mail call, and they would actually like, where'd you get that from? How'd you get that? Where'd you get that from? That's what I always say. I never once said what company gave it, because you got so many companies out there. You got TRYIT2, Shopper Army, like all these different companies on top of the communities and stuff like that. And they would ask, where'd you get it from? How'd you get it? Now, I would always answer on the mail call. I'd post a picture of what I got, and they would ask, how'd you get it? They would say, well, how'd you get it? Where'd you get it? And all I would answer is I would say, I was active. That's it. That's all I would say. Because the Facebook groups were asking, post the stuff that you got from them, So I posted it, and they would say, well, how did you get that? I was active. I mean, that's the only answer people need to know. If they were active, they would have gotten it too. If they didn't get it, they weren't active. When Facebook is messing up, and it constantly is with the whole notifications thing, and we're not getting notifications for the groups, and we know this, you just got to put one foot forward to constantly check that group and just to hit the refresh button. That's all it takes. Don't let the notifications stop you from being able to get, the opportunities that you get. That's how you get these opportunities. If you can't get notifications for it, you find another alternative. Just like if they got a wreck and you're trying to go home, and the wreck is covering the whole street and you can't go that way, what else do? You can sit there and wait for in conjunction to like real life. You can sit there and wait for the next opportunity to arise, if it ever does. Or you can find another alternative to move around that wreck to get where you're trying to go. And that's really what it comes down to with the whole notification. Because, I mean, like I tell people, since day one I've been running this group. That's why I'm thankful I got Susan. Because I don't see half of the notifications. I don't see half the people that post stuff to get approved to get it posted. I don't see that. Susan sees that. I've tried to do that. But I mean, I can still see some notifications and do, like I said, like check up the notification. But when you got 25,000 members, and I mean, I'm not going to say all of them will be inactive, but when you got a decent amount of people, you can only monitor so much. So, I mean, I went on the website and just kept refreshing it and all, and seen it that way. But I don't get notifications when anybody puts a post up. Susan gets it. I don't get it. I sometimes get when people ask to join the group, I get those notifications sometimes, not all the time. And I've tried just about everything, you know. So, but like I said, I need to find an alternative. So what did I do? I didn't sit there and say, oh, I'm never going to get another notification. Just going to like, I go and load the page up, Facebook group, and just hit refresh. I found an alternative to sit there and get the notifications and all. Because you know, the group's about to be 7 months old. And I've tried everything and I just can't get notifications when people post the deals that they post so we can accept it, you know. So Susan gets that. Susan accepts it. I just got to refresh the page if I'm not busy with everything else that's going on in life. And I just sit there and refresh the page. And it's just as that. It's just like that. And that's like that. That's what it is about. That's what you do, Michaela. That's what you do. Exactly. You know, you got 3 kids. You got to maintain. You got to be a mother to. You got to spend time with. You got a job. You work all hours of night and day, and you still find an alternative because you're listening to the live stream on your way home. You're in the, or you were in the emergency room, and you're still, you know, turning on your phone. Like 5 years ago, it would be a different story because the cell phones were not as equivalent as a laptop or maybe even a tablet. But now you could do everything you want to do on your cell phone. Pretty much almost everything you want to do. Like, I've been living in this apartment for almost 3 years now, and I have never had cable or Wi-Fi, and I'm still able to watch bits and pieces of TV shows and, you know, streaming on Netflix or, you know, bits and pieces on YouTube, you know. But I'm still able to keep up to date with all the news that's going on, know the latest songs that's on the radio. And I don't even have, you know, any Wi-Fi or cable ever since I've been in here. Well, Bizarre Voice may not love you more, Michaela, but Mr. Beams loves you a lot because they loved your first video the most. They probably liked you the most too because you're the first to submit a video this on the follow-up. Yeah, I should have brought that up too, Deborah. I forgot about that. You listen to it. You know, that's the thing. I mean, you know what I've been noticing? A lot of people that do live streams, they got this website company, whatever, called Stitcher Radio, where you could do a podcast of the live stream and stuff too. You know, I guess in MP3 format. And I said maybe you should go that route. Me personally, I mean, unless I'm driving, I really wouldn't tune into a podcast. I mean, I'm only loyal to like 2 podcasts in itself, and the only time I even listen to those podcasts is when I'm driving. You know, I don't even think to try and even go that extra route and try and do the podcast while the live stream is going on and all, because you have to have a really devoted audience. And I mean, the 2 that I follow, I mean, they've been popular for years. You know, they're celebrities, so that's why I follow them to begin with. So I don't even think, like, if we got one person to tune in on a podcast, you know, it's like, it's just not. Like, I really, my goal, my game plan is that we get so much more popular that I can collaborate with more people, you know, like for instance, like for you, Michaela, like we can get you established YouTube channel. Like, I don't think it's amazing out of the 25,000 members we got, there's nobody that really has or is too consistent on YouTube. You know, it'd be fantastic to do a collaboration of some sorts. What's the YouTube live? Are you talking about YouTube live stream, Deborah? I guess that's what you're talking about, the live, huh? Oh yeah, well yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what the people do. But I'm saying like I'm saying like 2 people told me that I should like stream this with the podcast. Well, you know, I mean, Michaela, you right on track with being like those kids. You know what I'm saying? You're making moves. You're being active. You know, like I posted your video and you got like almost 100 likes. you know, in a matter of what like few hours or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're being active. You know, you're experimenting with the Power Director app. You know, and you came up with that little shenanigans and stuff like that. Like I literally came across this other YouTube channel, and it's called, I think it's called Your YouTube Family or something like that. And they got their main channel, and each one of the kids have their own channel, right? And each one of the kids have like 1 million subscribers on it, right? On their channel. And they don't do no heavy editing. They just showcasing products. You know, I know they got the little kid that's like 5 years old. What's his name? Danny or something like that. I know he's got like 11 million subscribers, but they're yeah, you see, so like, go watch. I'm about to tell you how many they got, because they got their own, the main channel, and then they got a whole bunch of other channels. So their main channel has 1.5 million. One of their kids has 841,000 subscribers. Another one has 938,000. Another one has 292,000. So on top of that 1.5 million for the family channel, their three kids are both on. Two of the three kids are about to reach 1 million. One of the kids is about to reach 500,000. But the moral of what I'm trying to get at is that they have some cool thumbnails, don't get me wrong, but their videos are just like, there's nothing tricky to them. They're just reviewing stuff. They're doing your basic type of review stuff. So, you know, I can't believe that they got this many. All three of the kids are like, two of the three kids, well, it's actually 3 channels. 2 of the kids are teenagers, and the other third channel is up there like the youngest kids, that's like 5 and 9 or something like that. But I mean, I can't believe, jeez, 3 channels in a family has got almost 1 million each. And I'm telling you, like the way that companies are paying, much less YouTube are paying, if you could get enough viewers on your stuff, you could do a video that will set you. There was one YouTuber did a video for, I think, Dunkin' Donuts, made $200,000 for one video. 200,000. I mean, granted, you're gonna be getting taxed like crazy on it, but 200,000 for one video. Yeah, I can't. So the family page has got 1.5 million. The family's got 1.5 million on their main channel. One of their kids has 941,000. The other kid's got 822,000, and the 2 kids together that have their channels got 292,000. It's like, people don't. I mean, it's hard. It's a hard enough task to get to 10,000, like I got to, but then to get to 100,000, like, like I try to have high hopes, but I mean, like, in my wildest dreams, if I reach 100,000. I mean, if I reach over 100,000, I mean, it's like, but you know, it's not. I don't even want to downgrade these people, you know, because they're really nice people, I'm sure. But those people are just providing people of content to watch on the go, occupy the time. They're not doing what I'm doing. They're not giving, you know, product testing opportunities. They're not giving focus study opportunities to make money. And even with all those different options, you would think I would have more people active, but nope. Nope. That's what baffles me more than anything. Like like I think you was part of that messenger thing when I surprised the guy that I told that was my mentor and stuff like that. And there's a reason why I kept coming back to what he was doing, kept doing what he was doing, kept coming back to what he was doing, because he kept giving opportunities. You know, he kept giving opportunity. That's why I went to his blog and I didn't go search for other blog. Well, I guess what you call a blog. I went to his blog and I didn't go searching for other blogs, you know, because he was doing it. You know, there was no reason for me to do that. Good Lord, I just seen this news story. Toys R Us headquarters sells everything, including Jeffrey the giraffe. Holy moly. What did Toys R Us... Can't believe Toys R Us went this wrong. That is crazy. I feel sorry for the kids growing up today. They're not going to have a Toys R Us. I mean, there is no... The only other toy store I could think of that seemed kind of close to Toys R Us was KB Toys, and that went out of business years ago. That's really sad. I can't believe Toys R Us is going out of business. Oh well, it is out of business. One or two. Hey, that is the best route to go. That is the best route to go, Michaela, because that way, you know, because you'll be on a budget and you'll save a lot of money. Look, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I mean, I was constantly going from store to store to buy my stuff. You know, and when I came across towards Goodwill, I mean, granted, I've heard of it years ago, but when I started consistently buying it and stuff like that, you know, I was like amazed at the amount of stuff I could find in there. The only problem is that I learned, and it might be because of a Louisiana thing, but most Goodwill stores specialize in women's clothing and stuff like that. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because of that down here or whatever, but because of that, I can find a lot of shirts non-stop, but it's almost impossible to find pants. I don't know if that's just like a Louisiana thing or something like that. Might be like a Louisiana thing, but yeah, but for some reason I can never find the right pants, or find a very limited amount of pants because of the fact that it's, at least what I've been told, it's mainly women's stuff at Goodwill. Could be wrong, or it could just be a state thing. Hopefully you have better luck than me, Kayla, because like I said, I can barely ever find any pants. Stop showing your age, Kathy. Where's the coffee when you need it, Kathy? Let me see that Let me see that coffee. Well, that's what you're supposed to be on Saturday night. I mean, when it gets kind of late and all. Did you get your coffee though, Kathy? That's the question. Did you get your coffee? That's where you get your energy from. You don't have to show your age. We still know you're young at heart though. Water? That's just gonna make you have to go to the bathroom. You need something more than H2O? Come on. You don't have no coffee? Kathy, you know what's coffee I got here? I just don't feel like cleaning the blender too much. I got that Boca, what's that called? Boca Loca that I posted? Boca Lato? Boca something. Baca Laco? Some what it's called. Yeah, I do, but you know, like when you get up in the age, you can't retain it as well. I'm just saying, you saying you was kind of tired. I was like, well, if you're tired, you know, you drink the coffee and you get energized. You feel some energy. Get the energy in you. Get the energy. didn't we cover about how hot it's gonna be in the next coming days? And you're gonna make fishing plans, Kathy? We talking about hot, and Kathy's like, I'm just gonna go to the fish tomorrow. "6 a.m. You gonna get up for this?" Oh man, I know that like that's the best time to go because before the heat kicks in and all that stuff. But geez, 6 a.m. You gonna be able to get up at that time? How far you gotta travel to go to this fishing spot? Look at you, yes. Getting all excited about how far you gotta travel to do it. Is it like close by, 20 minutes by? What is it? How many people's going? Just you and your little lover boy? What you plan trying to catch tomorrow, Kathy? But I have to get home and make dinner and get the kids ready. You still gonna cook dinner this late, Michaela? Why you don't just pick up like a pizza? Isn't it kind of late already? It's like you over there in Oregon though, huh? So it's only like 7:30 over there. I keep forgetting you. Like it's so much earlier over there by you. Yeah, Michaela's guy is so much earlier by her. Pacific time is the way to go. Yeah, but guess what? Bedtime over there is 10 o'clock. But bedtime for y'all is midnight over here. You know, Pacific time's got it made. If you got any friends in New York or Pennsylvania, Michaela, it must not be too fun communicating. 4-hour differential. Whoo. What was it? 3 hour? 3 hour differential, huh? Yeah, 3 hour differential. Yeah, 3 hour differentials. Oh please, how can you not have so many friends? You're such a dose of dynamite. How in the world does Michaela not have a humongous following when she's like a stick of dynamite? Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you know, with 3 kids and a full-time job, I can only imagine. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from when you say that. You know, 3 kids and a full-time job. Yeah, I mean, that would pretty much live in my town too. How old are your kids again, Michaela? Six, 4, and 2. Look at that. Your oldest one is what? Only in what? 1st grade, huh? You got a long 18 years ahead of you. Close to 18 years or something. Yeah, see. 6, 4, and 2. You should be in so many focus studies, Kayla, because they love kids. I mean, gosh. I could write a book on how many studies involving kids and all. That's the best thing you got going for you on top of being active. You got all these. They got a lot of studies that want kids, more kids, and more kids. Michaela is a powerhouse. She got 3 kids, full-time job, and finds time to devote. Michaela is the hardest working TRYIT2 we have. Hands down, hardest TRYIT2 that we got. Ain't that right, Michaela? Well, she already left it, probably. Kathy went silent again. Kathy, where are you? Don't be sorry. You put in so much effort. You make TRYIT2 like a full-time job. Probably the only like 5 that do it. Don't worry, it's all gonna pay off. I'm telling you, you need to start. You want to make the little kids unboxing and stuff like that. You know, just start now. Just start. They gotta be funny. I'm sure most kids are funny. You know, all you gotta do. You're already practicing with that power director. You know, so just keep editing with the power director, and then boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I mean, like, look, you already created that little skit and all, you know. The biggest thing you got to worry about these days, though, with the whole YouTube is that when you do a review video, it's got to be, like, close to 10 minutes because of the fact of how many hours you got to accumulate to get any kind of compensation through them. So, you know, when YouTube changed to the 4,000 hours, you know, that's when everybody started ending up and making like 10-minute long videos. So yeah, so I mean that's the biggest thing you gotta do now. But I'm saying, like, you know, like literally, you know, you get a table, get a nice table, get a nice table covering, and just get you a decent camera. You can get one for like $200. Get your a tripod thing. You already got your little Marlboro one, but I mean you're probably gonna need a better one. And I mean, you could just start setting it up right there. And I mean, you just gotta pick the hashtags and stuff like that. It's amazing how to get people's attention and stuff, but you know, I mean, you gotta start somewhere. But I know like the highest commodity on YouTube is the kids, you know. So, and you got 3 of them. I mean, I see channels with people that record the kids just doing crazy stuff, and then they're able to edit it out to where it makes the kid like kind of like zoom in or something like that and all, and that in itself gets like kind of funny. So you know, you already got it good. The only flaw you're gonna have is that they're so young that hopefully while you're recording, one doesn't start break out crying. You know, because you don't want to put everything on hold while you're trying to get some good footage. So hopefully, you know, you can record these 3 in action, and when you're doing it, none of them cry. And, I mean, you could probably get an hour's worth of time if you get the right toys. You know, when I was first, you know, starting the Facebook group and all, I found out. I mean, I know it's probably not up your alley because it's probably not gonna be good for the kids, but you only need 1,000 subscribers to get a Pinch Me box. I mean, I know. I mean, I guess you could get your kids to open it and then just record their reactions to like, what's this? Like, what's a stick of deodorant? You know, or what's a bottle of shampoo or something like that? You know, like I think like maybe that might just actually kind of be cool to do to start off with, at least to build followers and all. You know, they just sit there and get them to open it. Because, I mean, outside of toys, I mean, I'm sure the 6-year-old might know, but I'm sure the 2 and the 4-year-old don't really know what toothpaste is, you know. So, if they're opening a Pinch Me box and stuff like that, you know, sounds really good. Well, I mean, if the other 2 get sidetracked, then that's no problem. I mean, as long as you know, all you really need to do, you stick 3 of them in the middle of the camera. As long as one of them stays focused, then it doesn't really matter what the other 2 are doing. I mean, you would probably need another adult there if they decide to wander off from the camera. But if you can get the 3 in there and get at least a good 5 minutes of all 3 of them interacting, and then you still have one in the middle of the camera, then the other 2 branch off and do whatever they're doing, you're still in good luck. I mean, people know how kids act and everything like that, you know. But I mean, if you have all 3 of them that get sidetracked and go off the camera, then you're going to really have an issue. But, you know, for the most part, you know, like I said, you sit there and you have one that's going to stay focused, and the other 2, if they play a little bit and they dash off, you know, you get 2 cameras. If you could get 2 people to record, you got one camera that's focused on the one that stays there, and then you could like put in little 5-second inserts, maybe 3-second inserts of the little kid that's wandering off, wherever he's wandering to and stuff. So, you know, you could do it like that. I mean, there's so many different things you can do with kids if you just edit it correctly, you know. You know, but you do need that one kid to stay focused. You know, we're not trying to play a racing game. We're not trying to watch a video of, say, who can catch the kid, you know, and kids get sidetracked and starts running off one way, the other one runs the other way. You know, you got to make it somewhat interactive, I guess interesting, so people, you know, they say like, well, I could watch my own kids do this, you know, so that's why you do it that route. And then I think you really have something good going with 3 kids. Ain't that right, Kathy? Nope, Kathy done disappeared. What you umming over? See, if you would have drank your coffee instead of your water, you wouldn't have been, Because that coffee is not going to give you, I mean, that water is not going to give you too revived. Or too strong. We need her to be stronger. Stronger. And water's not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Oh, why not, Kathy? We need somebody because Michaela's got to handle dinner at 9 o'clock at night. Well, 8 o'clock at night. That water's got has Kathy quiet as can be. Might as well go my fish. Susan just told me she's at a wedding reception. You gotta wake up at 6. You're gonna be waking up in like 4 hours, right? 5 hours, maybe. Who else is in here besides you? Because they got 2 other people saying it's in here. Guess nobody else is talking, though. I guess go to bed, Kathy. I'll end the live stream because I think there's only 2 other people. I don't know who else they are. They're not talking. So we're going to end the live stream because it's almost 4 hours anyway. I appreciate you all staying the whole time, though.